you guys probably know how this works at this point. We've got myself, Tbates, CJ, Daz, and Yumi. Yumi actually retired last time we did this, but we just ignored him. Yeah, I did
Johnny
not
just
respect
missed me.
I did, yeah.
Messaged me begging as usual.
Mm-hmm.
And considering how much he's begged, it's odd that he hasn't shared any of his huge revenues that he gets from these videos that we found out. So
we should be honestly we should all be multi-streaming this. Like the chat, the combined chat thing's actually really good. But yeah, we've all ranked our top 25 players. It's like a predictive ranking. So players that we think are going to be top 25 at the major that's coming up next week in Birmingham. The 25 mark is kind of middle of the road. I think, yeah, there's 48 players in total. So 25, you're like bang in the middle. Then obviously the really good players at the top. But does anyone have any honorable mentions that they want to throw out there before we do the actual top 25? Yeah, just
CJ has his hand up. Go ahead.
I would like to kick off the honorable mentions with my boy Banana Man, who didn't make the top 25, but he was in there at some stage. But I just thought the backlash would have been strong for having an OCE one in there early, so I'll put him 26.
That's all right. Everyone, the OC viewership already knows that CJ's a bit of an OC trader at this point, so
yeah,
that's all right.
I can see that. He's a fucking fraud.
They're always like happy that he's willing to come and do like.
Hopefully Johnny didn't get demonetized from that. Are we long enough into the recording?
That's minus 1K right there.
Oh crap! Sorry about that.
Oh crumbs.
I won't. Apologies on my end. My bad.
Just
even
more work
if he is demonetized, I'm not making anything off of this. So
true. Yeah, true. Yeah, we're all really good at just scamming each other with guest appearances. My word.
bro. We just got a good connection thing. Listen, we help each other out. We help
That's valid. That's valid.
That's what it is. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm. Good way.
I got my honorable mention.
Okay, who is it?
No more
B though. Shout out to everyone that has been requesting. I feel like every time the major or LAN rolls around, we get pinged, we get spammed on Twitter, on Discord, on streams to do a top 25. So shout out to the people that keep wanting these because they're good fun.
Yes. Well, before I get my honorable mention, I do want to say that I was looking. The whole reason Yumi brought up the monetization is because I was looking to see when the first stream we ever did a ranking with featuring myself, Yumi, Johnny, because we're part of the original 3 plus Stumpy. But Stumpy at the dip because he wasn't ready for the heat.
He's a little bad. He goes to bed.
And so it's almost 4 years to the date that we did the first stream ever. It was a top 20 top 20 something. That was on May 5th or 2021 when Johnny uploaded that. So somewhere between there. So that's awesome. And then 2, get into these lists. I just got to say that the amount of talent in Rocket League right now is insane. This list is very difficult. And I just can't wait for all the people to complain and act like this is some easy list to construct because it wasn't.
Do it yourself if you're going to complain.
I just want to preface that because this is actually really hard. Yeah, really
I've got to say, I've seen some. Yeah, I like to see. A lot of people are getting involved in this over the last few events. I'm sure this event as well. People do their top 25s. It's good to see the community get stuck in. There are some terrible lists out there, though. I think honestly the bar is quite high here. We are quite harsh on each other, but I've seen some absolute howlers. I'm not going to name names, but I've seen some terrible lists being put out there. Long may it continue. But I think you were going to say your honorable mention, Bates.
Yes, I was. And lastly, my honorable mention. Listen. I'll say anything from like 18 to 25, 18 to 30, honestly. I think it's going to be pretty close. I said Chronic not going to make the top 25 this time around. It was tough. I did a bracket, and I got some big matches. That's some big matches. I do think Chronic's going to play well, but like I said, the field's real steep this time around, and I think some players, some newer players especially, are going to really ball out in Birmingham.
I got Fever as my honorable mention. Sometimes sneaking in an OCE player at the bottom, but I'll just say this time I'm not going to do it because they keep coming 9th, and it's not enough. They always go 9th, and it's not an impressive 9th. It's like a really sad 9th where they just get smoked in the last round. Like if there was like game 5, man, that was so close, they nearly. But it's always just a 9th place, like 9th to 11th. Like, oh man, that's just really a sad way to go. So I can't put them in the top 25. I think they're just going to come 9th again. I hope I'm wrong and it's a good 9th, not a bad 9th. Or maybe even an 8th. That would be That'd be pretty good. Anybody else got any honorable mentions before we kick off the 25?
Yeah, I want to add to Tbates and say this was a very, very hard list for me because I barely watched Rocket League last year. But it's still going to be a better list than all of your lists. So
here we go.
Here we go.
That's
Here we
easy.
go.
There it is.
My
Oh,
honorable
I
mention
think I just leaked
is
something. Sorry.
Oh,
Continue.
no. My honorable mention's Diaz because I love Diaz. I followed him a lot in the Salt Mine ones. Was it Salt Mine?
Yeah.
Salt Mine
Yeah,
ones.
he's a good 1v1er.
And
He's pretty good.
there's a chance that he just absolutely pops off, but
Mm.
he hasn't seemed to do that so much online yet.
I see that. I see that.
That's
All
fair.
right, is that all the honorable mentions? I think that might be.
I feel like I'm the only one that didn't do one, so I got to do one now.
Yeah, you got
But,
that one, surely.
I'll say Fiber. I'll say Fiber. Fiber
Okay.
for me. I was
I like that.
debating. Fiber's had some really good numbers, and on land, he's also a really good player. But yeah, it was a tough list. Top 25 was really, really hard once you started to look at the field. So it's unfortunate. I think there's a lot of good players that are going to be at this event that couldn't squeak in there.
All right, so that's your honorable mentions.
Good shot.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll have to try and spot later on if anybody intentionally left off a player from their list and honorable mentions because ranking them low leaving them off instead of ranking them low seems to be a strategy these days to just kind of fly under the radar.
It feels more honorable than putting them at 25 at this point. I think no one's really complains about an honorable mention. Should just put half
Well,
the list.
CJ managed to leave Appjack off a list one time when he was a
Yeah,
top
that didn't
12
work
player.
at
MVP.
Rotterdam. Just before we jump into this 25, though, I do need to say to copy Daz's terminology, fuck, I'm confident today. I am feeling good about my list. I think I've got you blokes covered. I think I've got you blokes absolutely covered, and I have not put any. This is the most research I've ever done for this one, and I can't see how it
It's not
goes
saying
wrong.
much.
Wait, quick question.
Yep.
How do we find stats now that Octane.gg doesn't seem to exist?
I don't
Facts.
need stats.
What do
Just
we
need
do?
the eye test.
True.
My entire list
bro.
was
Just
based-
Ball chasing's pretty good. Ball chasing kind of coming in clutch these days. I don't know if Octane ended up
Yeah.
anywhere, but apart from that, apart from ball chasing, that's all there is right now. Anyway, let's get to 25 and let's see if I've screen regioned this correctly. We should be seeing. Okay, I've done it. That's a relief. So we've got an exotic, a cheese, a double raise ball, and a fiber.
Yay!
The
I see
synergy
you.
immediately with the raise
I
ball.
see you.
Oh,
on now.
that's awesome. I think it's just a comfort pick first up. You know, it's like
Yeah.
a warm, cozy hug. It's like, just
Hold
a
on.
home cooked meal. Putting raise ball
Hold
at
on.
25.
Chat, do y'all see it? You see it, chat?
Seeing some
I
work.
could have sworn last time we did this top 25 list, I was getting ridiculed, demeaned, and absolutely saying I don't know ball, got somebody a little too low. Ended up becoming a world champion. He's over there on Johnny's side. You see it? You see it? You see where he is? You see where he
Yeah.
is?
Mm.
I remember
I
that
do see
conversation. I remember that conversation. Chat, put ones in the chat. Y'all remember that conversation. You said Exotic was too low. He became world championship MVP. What happened, JB? Talk to me.
Because I'll tell you what happened. So last season, Exotic changed player. He completely revamped his play style. He looked immense. And the performances were solid, consistent. And that's why I ranked him as high as I did. This season, he's looked like he's yet to find that style or yet to find his style that's going to work on Vitality. I think he's looked really inconsistent. Bit lost on the pitch at times. And yeah, I'm not thinking Vitality are going to be... They're maybe the dark horse to win this, but I'm not thinking that they're going to be the team to win this one. I expect them to be better later in the season, but right now, I don't think Exotic's having the best performances.
I like
Yeah.
the flags, by the way. Big shout
Yeah, the
out
flags
for
are a nice
Flags are
touch.
nice.
They are
I do have a
nice.
question though about the colors because you gave Raise Bull the yellow. Does that mean that you're giving them based on the region they're from?
Wait, yeah, you're right. That should be
yeah, that should be
red.
That
I
should
think I can change that.
Yeah.
But yeah, good
Okay,
point.
okay.
Good point. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
good shout.
supposed to be red. But I think
Yep,
I can update
yep.
that without too
That
much
looks way
difficulty.
better. That would hurt. Yeah, look, I'm with you on Exotic having a pretty. He looks a bit disappointing, but it's bold to go off a world's MVP still. To write him off from an online split. He's pretty good.
It's early season, it's early season. I don't think it's the end of the world. I don't think they need to worry about the roster long term. Well, for the rest of the season, but you guys are going to see how stacked this list is. There's some other very, very good players at the bottom of the top 25 this time around because it's the most stacked line of all time. But But yeah, I don't expect him to be standout for Vitality, and I don't expect Vitality to be standout from the field. So I just got him down here. We'll see though. I hope I'm wrong because I do like Exotic a lot. I'm a big fan of the bot Fennec.
Yeah, I feel like you've got a different caliber of player at 25 from the rest of us. I think we can.
I definitely do. I definitely.
What do you mean?
Are you trying to disrespect my man Cheese?
Oh yeah,
Carlos?
yeah. It's. I've got a world's MVP versus people that are scraping you to Lance. It's a bit different.
He got you there, Angola. He got you.
Anyway, shall we get 24 then and see? We'll get some context here at 24, some more clues, see what we've got. Well, okay. I like the specification there.
There we go. There we go. Listen, Colin's on the Batmobile. He's a top 25 player, without a doubt. Listen, if he's off the Batmobile, he might drop down to 45. So only if you're listening to this later on, you better stick on that Batmobile, man. That's the only way you are gonna be successful. I don't want to see none of the other car. If you're on the Batmobile, you're out there making plays, out there hitting the clanks, you got a chance to win. GK. But he's got to be on the Batmobile. He's got to be. If he's not on there, listen, you're wasting your time. That's why Bat only on there. That's a specific specification.
I like it, not going to lie. Wait, CJ, what's going on? You used to be so high on Joyo, and now he's scraping in at 24. What's wrong?
Well, I think you might be thinking of me 3 years ago. I remember Joyo flaming me at recent lands for not putting him near high, or high enough on a list, but not massive on GK. I know they 12-0'd the last Champ Sunday, but we saw it in OCE with Scrims World. You know, it's tough to, I'm not going to go too high on one strong event. But Joyo's got the land buff. He's either really good or really bad in London. He's either winning or in England. He's either winning the major or losing to OCE in round one. So I think he's going to be pretty good though. I think he'll be on the list.
This is what I love about these lists, by the way, is that I have people in chat saying Drafinio's too high and Drafinio's too low. So we're at a good point there.
I don't mind Drafinio at 24. It seems decent.
Yeah, it's nice.
With that one.
I think he struggles sometimes at LAN, and sometimes he's the GOAT. But I feel like it wasn't last year, but the season before that I felt like Drafinio was awesome, and then last year just wasn't, as good as his teammates.
I said that. I like that, young man. I like it. Yeah, 2 years ago he was looking real nice. He won an MVP, or Office MVP, I think. Or for Sam, or the Sam MVP?
Sam.
Did he beat Yan out for the Sam MVP?
I think, well, he did, but Yan wasn't in Sam, wasn't he? That was when Yan was in NA.
Oh, yeah, Yan was in NA. Kafiria moved over. You're right, but he was Sam MVP. Correct. Yeah, he was Sam MVP. And, listen, he was balling. He wound up on loss in Yan now. And, he hasn't necessarily been the same quality of player. But I can see Drafinio popping up. I can see Drew popping off. So, Dr. Roofy, I can see it.
All right, shall we get on to 23?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. There it is. Okay, scanning. Nothing too egregious. I'm not going to lie. I'm seeing the bear. CJ, you had to get the bear in there, obviously.
Just another comfort pick for me. Just another comfort pick. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling cozy with my 3 players here, my boys.
He always goes to get his guys out of the way. One thing about CJ is about loyalty. He's going to get his guys.
Got to get the bull in the bear.
He's got Joyo. He's got the bull.
Loyalty to everyone but OC.
Everyone except OC. I'm with you on that one, Yummy.
Okay.
No big heads.
OCE enjoyers.
Yummy
FIFA, Banana Head, Fiber. Oh my, there's more OCE players in nearly any other region here.
Listen, I expect OC boys to ball out. Listen, unlike you, I actually believe in your region. Going all the way to round 5. Many times over. You had 2 teams going to round 5 and switch to the RLCS World Championship. Do you remember that? Remember that, CJCJ?
Yeah, it's a disappointing round 5 though. It's a very disappointing.
Okay, listen, but they're getting there.
They are getting there.
If you rank them off round 1 of events, you could go pretty high. But not the finish. It's
all you gotta do is finish it. So hey, that's why we learn, baby. That's why we learn. That's why we grow. That's why we get better. Make sure if you fail forward. That's what OC's been doing. I expect some big things out of OC this time around this year. That's why Fever's on the list. I expect him to ball out. I expect him to learn from all of his losses, and I think the OC eventually, maybe even this LAN. I'm doing a big upset in my bracket. They're gonna get a top 8.
Oh,
really? Where's this guy come from? What's going
I
on?
have context of this. There's context. I'm pulling it off from the first FT episode of the season.
Hello?
Tbates has said it this year.
Nobody can see
OCE
that.
2 top 8. They're gonna see it in a second once I.
Nobody can
It
see that, man.
hits.
Ah, there it is.
There it is.
There it is. 2 top 8s at land. So
Two top 8s. There's
Yeah.
only 3
There's only
lands.
2. Well, yeah, 2
Three.
majors.
That's bold. That is Did
Yeah.
you guys have to
Let's-
do hot takes? Was it like, what's your
Yeah.
steaming hottest take?
yeah, we did. We did
Okay.
early season hot takes. So he's on par with it. His logic
That's
is sound.
crazy.
We've got to allow
That'd
it.
nearly be 3. We get an OCE last chance qualifier spot as well if we had 2 top 8s nearly, wouldn't we?
Yeah, probably. That would
if
cut
we
it,
did
yeah.
it both majors, yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
OC's got the mechanics, man. I saw it. It's just about the poise. It's just about believing in themselves. They can win the games. You just got to go out there and handle business. I really do believe
Tell
in
'em.
OC, man. They got the sauce. They
Me
got it.
too.
You don't believe in them. you don't believe in them.
Well, wait,
The problem is he's watched too much OCE, and especially like lower level
no.
OCE. When you're
You've
in the
seen it, Yummy.
trenches of mid-level OCE, you get a little worried about.
I mean, me
We've
and
seen
CJ were queuing SSL2s in OC, and we were winning. And what was I? 230
yeah, you're
ping.
200 plus. 200 plus.
So they might need to get a little better. But I'll say this: CJ was on like 1880 at the time, so he wasn't up there 20, wherever the heck all the good ones. Were.
Weird flame, but yeah, wasn't on the grind at that point. That's all right.
Mm.
All right, let's get on to number 22. Let's keep it moving. It's pretty cordial so far. Let's see if we can keep that up. A lot of Dignitas in this row. And a non-Bat Oli. Yummy. Is that Oli in the Batmobile or just any car?
Look, Oli's just the GOAT, you know? The GOAT of 22.
That's why he's 22, bro.
I was impressed with him when he was on LAN, when it was, Oxygen.
Mhm.
He played really well, so hopefully he can be another LAN boy, but obviously not. He's not going to go too well if he's at 22.
Izzy, Rafinho, Appjack, the love. Listen to Bezos. Listen, that's a good dap up. I dapped you underneath the table right now.
Yep.
I gotta go to Appjack. That's a pretty calm
what?
right there.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good pick. Where are you guys putting Dig? Where you thinking they're gonna finish?
Listen, they might be one of the teams that doesn't get that loses the OC in the round 5. You never know.
Ooh, okay.
It's hard to rank them. It's hard to rank up because they've had good moments, but they haven't looked like world beaters over there in the European first split, first major, whatever the heck RLCS calls it nowadays. They've looked good, but they haven't looked necessarily great. And so I think there's questions to be asked for them coming in LAN. And also Jorius, I mean, when's the last time he's really done great at LAN?
Esports World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess Esports World
Yeah,
Cup.
yeah.
MVP.
Yeah, I guess that. Okay, well.
He did get MVP, true.
okay, but wait, hold on now. Don't y'all vote for that?
He got 50 grand, didn't he? 50
Yeah,
bucks.
yeah. I think some people on here to help determine that. Now, listen. So yeah, he did play good at LAN. So I guess that does make sense. I wasn't thinking about the Esports World Cup. I was thinking RLCS. But
he hasn't been to LAN for a long time in RLCS because of all the quarterfinals he loses. So
True.
you know that he's only going to get top 8 and nothing.
He's going to be
more.
up there in the stats though after this Swiss stage.
Oh, he's got to be up there every stats. But the question is, are they going to be winning the games? They're one of the teams that they could get. It's just going to be interesting to see what they could do. They could definitely get a top 8. But I can also honestly see him not hitting top 8. And I don't think that would be a crazy take from anybody.
Yeah, that's fair.
I agree.
Very
Alright,
cordial start.
Let's keep it. Let's
Apart
keep
from
it moving.
exotic. That
It's
stands out.
it'll make sense after the event. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. All right, we got a green Atomic. Atomic is in Mina now. Rise, his teammate, also green now. A bit confused,
Okay.
but they are Mina players, of course, on Twisted Minds. And all right, we got some more of the same names. Another Joyo, another Drafinho. That's a third Drafinho we've seen. I'm the first on Jorius.
Yeah, the Great White. Yeah,
It's
well, I
crazy
don't know
how
if
you got
Bates
Jory's
has
doing
him.
better than Exotic. I just gotta look at Johnny's list the whole time. Cause he's got Exotic below, so you always gotta look above. You gotta look at everybody he's got above him. And so I mean, you really gotta wait. Why are you laughing?
because it's just so funny because I know like why he's doing it. It's just because of I remember the World Championship last year and the conversations that were surrounding Exotic around that time. So to see it to change and to see Johnny have it that low and to see Tbates who was really arguing in those conversations, man, I wish y'all could be in that room to see.
The rooms. The room conversation, yeah.
You guys want to go into detail for the viewers into what the Exotic conversation is? I mean, it's pretty much just an Exotic hot take by Tbates. I don't know if he wants to.
Actually, it wasn't hot. It wasn't hot. It was actually reasonable. It was actually completely reasonable. Listen, this is like day 2 of the World Championship. Everybody was on the Exotic train. Saying Exotic's a world beater. He's top 5 in the game, yada yada. I said, listen, he's a quality player. When he touches the ball, he can put it on the net. This is exactly what you want to see. He's top left. He's consistent. He knows where he needs to be. But listen, you're overrating the guy a little bit too much. Everybody in the world was like, he's just a top 5 guy.
No, but
like, no,
I don't think quality. I think there was some more context.
No, I'm about to add. No. Listen, okay. Don't get to my point. I got to set the table. I got to set the floor. And so then I was like, he's good. But listen, I don't think he's no better than Garrett. I don't think he's no better than Garrett. I think Garrett's a good quality player as well. I think you can put Garrett where Exotic was. I think he does the same thing. But then Exotic won a world championship. So maybe I'll change the conversation a little bit because he did become a world championship winner. I didn't expect BDS to make it that far. I'll be honest with you. But in saying that, and then everybody else saying I was just disrespecting Exotic. Because no, Garrett's a great player. There's a lot of great players that are not necessarily on great teams at the moment.
But this was right after Exotic's Esports World Cup win, which he was probably the best on the team. So that I don't think that they were anywhere near the same level.
They're just playing good team ball though. When you say best on the team, it's just the way the BDS was playing. They were playing good team Rocket League. It wasn't like Exotic was looking like Zen. It was Exotic was in the right spots to make the plays to win the game. So and that's what makes him. That's what in my estimation makes him a quality player. Cause it's not about necessarily his otherworldly mechanics or otherworldly speed or the little twitchy movements he makes. Is more so the positioning, the consistency, the confidence. And those are like what I find. And I mean, that's a quality player in and of itself, and that's what he does. So when they won Esports World Cup, he looked great doing it. But I mean, that's just a team. That's a system right there. That's a great system, and that's a great execution by them. And that's what made him look really good. And that's not taken away from him. I want to make sure I emphasize that. It's not taken away from him. But that's just saying that's the type of player that he is. And I think that and when I mentioned Garrett, I find to be that type of player, especially at this stage. That stage 2024, late 24.
You think they would win Esports World Cup with Garrett instead of Exotic?
I'd find them to play the same. So I can't say that they're going to win it. I can't say that. I think that would be disrespectful. I think that'd be disrespectful to Exotic. They won. But I still think that they have a good chance. I don't think they have a good chance.
I'm a massive Garrett fan. He's a good friend of mine. Maybe he won't consider me his friend after this, but I think they would have been.
But not right now though, because Garrett hasn't been practicing. Garrett was practicing it.
I think Exotic's just too good. But the thing about Exotic though is, so the previous season, was it 2022 season? He was playing with Semper. He looked decent. He looked pretty good, but he didn't look like he could ever come close to winning a world championship. And then the next season, he's playing with Vati on KC, and he looked way better. Then you take him into BDS. Completely changes his playstyle. Looks incredible again. Now I think he looks really flat. He's his peaks are so high and his trough is very low. I think he can have some stinkers, but I think he's still. End of last season, I ranked him super high because his performance. That's what I thought his performances were going to be. Now I'm not seeing it at the moment online, and I think it'll probably look more of the same on LAN. But
that's why I'm laughing, chat, because y'all don't understand. I was in that room, and the way they were talking to Tbates was so funny, bro. Like Stumpy would be like, Tbates, you think Garrett G is as good as Exotic? You've lost your mind. Oh my god, he's lost his mind. Kyle, do you feel the same way? No, I think he's stupid. No. Johnny, yeah. No, obviously Tbates, he's waffling. It's not the same. It's not the same. So to see Johnny at this point, I'm telling you, bro, I'm cracking up. To see Johnny at this point have Exotic at 25 and Tbates watching the list the whole time, I can't hard for me to
I'm
keep
watching the whole time.
The thing is, you said Garrett was better than Exotic. No, I'm not paraphrasing. You said Garrett was better. Garrett on my list is like Garrett's like 200 on my list right now. There's
like a lot of quality Rocket League players. That's what I'm saying. There's lots of Rocket League. There's people who are really that much better than everybody else. That's S class. There's not that many players in Rocket League that are actually S class. Can we agree on that? Is that agreeable? Like we're talking to
NLS is an Exotic was S. NLS is S.
We're talking to people who are like no. When I say S, I mean they're simply the best. Talent-wise, production-wise, if we did a draft, they're gonna be the top picks every single time. There's an S. Then there's like an A tier, B tier level players. Exotic's an A tier, B tier. I think Garrett's an A tier, B tier. I think there's a lot of.
No, come on. This is such an insane tangent, but no, they're not the same tier of player. Garrett, there's no way Garrett thinks that they're the same tier of player. Exotic, I agree, is probably an A tier player. But A tier players can sometimes have S tier performances, which Exotic did. That's why I ranked him so high. Now I think he's going to have a B tier performance because, again, it's like just the variance. But Garrett is nowhere near Exotic. Just last season.
I didn't use Garrett, man.
He's nowhere near.
That's a lot of quality
and it sucks
players.
Like, why are we talking? Why did you have to pick Garrett? I like Garrett. Why did you have to choose Garrett?
I thought he was playing quality at the end of the year. He was playing quality at the end of the year. His teammates were up to stuff.
Let's move on. This is not going anywhere.
This is actually insane.
I think if Vitality end up coming 5th to 8th, then Johnny's got the right choice, you know.
Yeah, I think they probably come 5th, 6th. Yeah,
Exotic is still
5th,
carry.
I cannot wait for the argument in the comments. That's all I'm saying. Let's go.
All right, let's see number 20. We could pick this up later on because Tbates has zoomed in on my 25th pick, so I'm sure it's going to come back around again. Okay, 20. This is probably the highest OCE I've ever seen on Tbates with Banana Head at 20. Ooh. I don't hate it.
Wow.
I'm not going to lie.
I like it too. I like it too.
High on 2 players from Wildcard. Yeah, Wildcard. I keep thinking Power, but it's the former Power.
I don't mind it. CJ, say it for him. Say it for him.
He's nice.
There he is. There he is.
He's nice. Really nice.
He's really good at Rocket League. I like him. He's got the striker capabilities. He just needs to be consistent. I need to see round 1 Banana Head, and round 2, and round 3, and round 4, and then round 5. I need to see him every single time. I can't just see flashes, Banana. I need to see you there every single time. If you play up to snuff, you play to your level, you can get this thing done. I really do believe that. And like I said, I'm banking on him. I think it's y'all's time. It's not y'all's time this year, CJCJ. I'm telling you right now, we need to have some serious discussions about how much we're investing into your region.
You said that the last 2 years. Yeah. But this is the one. I'm with you. This is the one, baby. This is the one. This is it. Do or die now
you're
or
not
never.
with him because you don't have any OC.
I have no honorable mentions. They're honorable. They're honorable. I'll get there.
All 3
lost at 20. Lost at 20. I'm zooming in on lost at 20. What are your thoughts on him? I honestly, can I just say something before I try and query you? I feel like every event we're pretty high on lost. Do you know what I mean? Like we rate him pretty highly. What coming out of any event? Like how well has lost really done in the last few lands?
That's why he's
That's
here
what
for
I was
me,
thinking of.
I've always put him quite high, and he's always, at least the last few events, underperformed from my expectations. So I moved him here, but
I feel like he's never really performed, but we always still keep putting him high.
Wasn't he like one of the top 3 players coming out of Swiss at Copenhagen? Then they had a terrible playoffs, eliminated, and then it was kind of the other way around.
Yeah, playoffs is what I'm thinking.
London and Worlds.
And London, he played quality.
They were
played
immense
quality for a little bit.
in Worlds, so it's like, I mean, he's like got a range, but I think he's another A tier player, probably. Yeah.
I think he's got an incredibly high ceiling, though. So he could end up
I agree.
Really high up in this list.
I agree.
Oh man, that means he must just be higher on your list, man. Is he that or he's 19? So you're saying
I agree. He's up there. He's up there for me. Because I feel like Furia are like I think Yumi's right. He's underperformed in some situations. I think like I look back at Worlds, and I'll never forget. I was preparing for the show match in Oxygen's room, and Snasky came in, and they were up against I think BDS, and Snasky knew Fury was going to lose the series despite them being up. I think it was like 3-1 or something. And he was like, they're going to drop it. They're going to drop it. He's like, I know ball. They're going to drop this because they couldn't finish a series on land. And I don't know if that, I'm not going to say that lost performance has something to do with it, but what I'm saying is that they definitely could play better to where they could close out those series. Because there's a lot of series in the World Championship where if they won, we'd have much different conversations today based off of that. So that's where I'm at with Lost. Like I'm expecting Fury at this point. They've been together for so long. Like surely they can push past this whatever block they have with them closing out series. So that's my logic.
All right, let's move on to number 19. See, why is Yumi laughing at this? Oh my goodness. Cheese at 19, the first NA representative for Yumi is Cheese at 19.
Yumi, talk to me about Carlos.
What the hell is a polar bear doing there? What is happening?
Oh, everyone just loves the name. I'll be honest. I just went with the name factor. I love Cheese. I had to put him up here high in my list. I had to get somebody from NA in here.
Oh, I get it.
It's Yumi, the Yumi Cheese man loves cheese.
You guys Cheese up here. Come on.
No,
You guys, you're going to come to LAN. He's going to pop off in one series. And all of a sudden, you guys are going to be like, Cheese is the greatest player NA has ever produced. So, and then, when they bomb out after that, you'll still remember the good performance.
I like it. I like the cheese shout,
like
Yumi.
it.
I love it. I love it, actually. You and me are going to be the only two people with them. So I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
Absolutely right.
If somebody else has stolen cheese later on, that's
cheese,
incredible.
bro.
If somebody else has stolen
CJ
cheese.
doesn't have him. He's already put the bear down. CJ put the bear down. Listen, there's no cheese.
I've put the bear down. Oh no! I've just looked at my list. I've
No, you said you were so confident.
Hey guys, wait. Didn't CJ? Let's rewind it. About 20 minutes ago, CJ said, just to use Damar's French. I fucking love my list. I'm out of research I put in. And what happened, mate? What happened already? You're already looking back, and you're already making mistakes.
Do you have another
CJ?
honorable mention, CJ, that you like to add?
No.
Stage?
I stuffed up my color coordination.
Oh,
I've got two Europeans coming up.
Oh, that's
really
tough.
hurts.
Okay, that is really bad. So that might be worse actually, but unfortunately,
Yeah, that sucks.
Listen, I love Cheese, man. I think Cheese is a great pick. The only thing is, like, when he get nervous, his comms get off, bro. I watched that Jim G comms video, and they were in that OT, and Cheese's comms was crazy. He's talking about, he's trying to say left. He said, la la. I'm like, we got to calm it down, man. We got to calm it down. Cheese, if you're watching, we got to be a little bit more calm, bro, because at some point, you just got to say left instead of saying la all the time. Like, we got to get it, we got to communicate it right. So I feel like that might help out a lot.
Luckily, we don't see comms when we're watching, so we're watching.
Valid.
Yeah.
Wait, all right, let's play the odds game here. Johnny still has no North American players. CJ,
How many North American players will Johnny have?
Listen, he's got 17 spots left. He's got 17 spots left. Johnny, do you do points on your channel? Do you do bets? Do you beans?
Yeah,
we
can do beans.
Yeah, we got
I
no
reckon
prediction.
over under.
Wait, what's the line?
I think he's got 5.
What's the
I
line?
think he's got 5.
Over
5
under
players?
Wait, so over under 5.5?
Over under 5.5.
Over under 5.5, that's a line?
Yeah, I think he's got under.
He's got to have at least. You think he's got under 5? You think he's got 5?
He's got 5.
5 is hard. 5 is hard, bro.
5.
Do we need to up it to 6.5? 6.5 or 5.5?
No, 5.5.
If
you're going to change it, it's got to go to 4.5.
5.5, Johnny.
All right.
Who's the 6th? Who's the 6th though? He doesn't have chronic.
I'll make a 15-minute prediction. There you go. More than 5.5, less than 5.5, so you guys can get stuck in.
Yeah, I gotta get in on this. I don't know what
he could have DS.
We're at 19. Keep in mind, we're at 19. So out of the,
think his NAs would be coming
6?
out already.
I don't think he's got Diaz actually. I don't think he's beat.
He's got exotic at 25. I'm taking under. Exotic at 25. Yeah. I'm taking under, man.
The beans are up. The beans are up for JB's list. We gotta figure it out. Listen, I got a lot of beans.
Pretty even.
Listen, I got 78 beans right now.
I said 25K on the under, man. 25K on the under.
50-50. What?
It's like, does he have the bare minimum or does he have more? The required amount. Does he have one more?
I want 25K on the under, man.
To not be a full fraud.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
That's 2 million beans already. Oh my days. That
Listen,
we're
listen.
locked
this is
in.
outrageous.
Listen, the
This
beans
is
are up.
crazy.
The beans are up right now.
This
All
is
right.
tough.
Shall we continue? Because that's going to be up that prediction
Yeah,
up for
let's
another
continue.
15
Yep.
minutes. We're not going to be done by then, but let's continue and see
Let's continue.
if we get any NA players. We do. All right. There
Oh,
it is.
there's one.
Okay.
He's got LJ Lodo.
Yes,
He's got
I knew it was smart to take the under.
Oh, the
I knew
under's
it.
too good.
I knew it.
Everyone vote under if you haven't voted.
Everybody who went the over is too late now, buddy. It's
You got time, you got
too late,
time.
buddy.
What a giveaway! What a giveaway! There's LJ at 18.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna
End
put
the
in
poll.
more.
I'm not into the
Wait,
poll. It's
Killer's
gonna
at
keep going.
18? The MVP, the offensive MVP of every event I can remember in the last year.
Well, hold on now. LJ's won a couple of off his MVPs as well, and I don't see you making comments about
He's a
him.
Swiss merchant. He is very good. He's very good in the Swiss. Coming out of the Swiss, LJ be leading all the stats. I'm with you. He's him.
See, the
He's him in the Swiss.
difference is though is that now he's got first killer in the team, and LJ's much better when he just gets the ball all the time. But he's better on the ball, and now he doesn't get to be on the ball as much, so he's not as.
I don't know that any of that has
impressive.
to do anything. Okay, his stats might not be as good, but his performance, his placement, his final placement in the land, it's gonna be better because he has first killer, because he has Chronic on the squad.
I don't
So
know,
yeah, the
I
stats
mean-
might not be as good. He might not be offensive MVP no more. And also, CJ, it's interesting how you bring up Swiss merchant because there's not a greater Swiss merchant than Clears. There's not a greater Swiss team than the Falcons. They run the score up against everybody.
Yeah, but they also
They also
the
do
play
really well.
after Champ Sunday, maybe.
I mean,
But
they do well placement wise. But when I tell you they are the best team at whooping people about 8-0, and you want a team to just win games and score a lot in Swiss, the Falcons are gonna do that for you. So
Run
you
it up.
can't just
True,
bring up Clear's MVPs and then how much you compare his Swiss stats to his actual playoff stats. I guarantee you it goes down.
I don't know.
It's different.
I kind of saw embodying vitality well, the France team in FIFA E. That he was just unstoppable in the grand final. So I think calling Clears a Swiss merchant is a bit disingenuous because he's kind of he looks very much the
Oh
same
no, I just throw
player
it back at
in the
CJ.
main
He's not a
event.
Swiss merchant.
I
He's not a
think
Swiss
he-
merchant. He's a great player.
I think we've got, arguably 3 Swiss merchants right here.
yeah,
Joris,
we've got
Killers,
Swiss
and-
merchant row here.
This is a Swiss merchant row.
But no, see the LJ
Uh,
thing. Do you really think to just ask where do you guys have ultimates like placing? If you want to hide that for now, that's fine. But I don't think they're gonna like. I don't think they're top
Interesting.
4. I think their peak is top
Interesting.
6.
Not top
So
4.
I don't think they're that high.
Peak is
I'm
per
not that high on
peak is
them.
top.
I think
When
LJ
I say their
is
peak, I mean that's where I
very
think
good.
they're the upper prediction I'm willing to make on them. I don't think they're making top 4. So that's why I can't put LJ too high when I think he's going to play
Interesting.
second fiddle to first killer.
Interesting.
6 isn't bad.
What are you
They're
gonna say, CJ? You're about to say
definite
something.
I like
I-
six.
I-
Yeah, I think they're
I
probably
think
top 8.
individually LJ is top on ball. I think he's top 3 NA. Like I'm with you on that. I think he's but I'm with you. If you go placement as well, then you
So far
probably
this
have
season,
him
though, he's not
top.
been that impressive. The last event he did
No,
pretty well, but he's not
yeah.
not had a great split for LJ standards. So I've got to take that into
It
account.
depends, how much you weigh into that, or I'm just going on how I think they're going to go at LAN. It's a little bit of how they've gone in the split, but LAN's a different beast. We've seen it before.
Right. Maybe not as a team for ultimates, but individually, I like LJ. Don't think
I
he's
think
lost
they
anything.
can win the whole event.
Maybe small percentage chance, yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen. Do you really think that's going to happen? Nah, you don't believe that.
I think you've had him higher when he's been on worse teams.
Yeah, because he would do more, but now he's going to get less of the ball. He's not going to I think he's a super good player on the ball, but doesn't know as well as other players where to be when someone else has the ball. So
Okay.
he's not going to get as much of the ball, and not going to have as many opportunities to play to his strengths. But maybe he'll get better at that with this team over the season. Right now, he's not looked. The team's not looked that well connected. The synergy's not really there. They kind of just. Looking at their grand final against Gen G, I feel like do they know how to slow the game down at all? They feel like the ultimates are really mechanical, really fast, but they're so predictable. I feel like they keep bashing their heads into walls, and it's really, really predictable. They don't have I saw more composure from Space Station in Event 1 than I did from Ultimates at any point during the split. So I don't know. I'm not sold on them right now.
I'm big on the boys. They got the talent. You could beat NRG.
They
You could beat
do have the
anybody.
talent.
They
And
got the talent.
they've gone close against NRG many times. Even when NRG's beating them, I honestly felt like in the second open, they looked better than NRG, but they lost. Because it was just the moments in the game, like in game 5 on that new Aquadome, that never known Aquadome Shally Aquadome. Whatever the heck it's called.
The post pinch save.
Yeah, the post pinch save into that counter attack. Like Ultimates were looking like the better team.
They were. Yeah, they were.
But they just lost. They lost moments. Those moments that they weren't capitalized on. They played NRG again and whooped them. I think they've consistently been getting better and better. I think LJ's been acclimating to that system, playing long first killer, finding his spots, picking his moments more and more. And they've really been on a ascending, just a linear climb, and I expect to see that even at the LAN too. So I honestly think their floor is top 6 at this LAN, and it wouldn't surprise me to make it all the way to the grand final.
Anyone else got an Ultimates prediction they want to throw out before we go to, what is it, 18, 17?
I just like that Bates has the 4th killer line at least going still. So
they're probably
honestly really think there's a good chance they probably finish 3rd, 4th.
It's possible. It's possible. I mean, it's all about getting the top, that's one of the top 4 seeds in Swiss. So you need to be really nice to Bruno Buchholz if you want to get that upper bracket out of a 3-1.
Double B.
I don't know if any of you have done the predictions. CJ and I did ours yesterday, and Bruno, he might pull some tricks on someone. He might dump someone in the 5th seed down in the lower bracket because he doesn't like them very much. Doesn't think their opponents are all that impressive. So look out for that. You better be running into good teams if you want.
Bruno doesn't like a few people. We worked out a couple of teams get screwed.
Yeah, that's why if you're OC number 1 seed, you get the advantage of versing Carmine Corp first round.
Oh yeah. And that which is ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Why is that? Why is that ridiculous?
1v9, you don't like that?
Because it should never happen.
It makes sense in the system, but it's crazy to start off a LAN as
it should never happen.
Versus the number one OC seed.
Wildcard's not the 16th seed.
No, it's good to play against good teams in this format because Bruno likes that a lot.
Bruno likes it.
Yeah, Bruno likes that.
I don't give a damn about Bruno.
You learn from your losses. That's what Bruno's all about.
All right, let's go to the next one.
17.
Let's go to the next one. A pair of exotics pulling up. We got a Rawasa at 17 on Yumi's list.
Ooh,
and the Twins are popping up in low positions.
I'm sorry.
That really hurts. That really, really hurts.
Yeah, it does.
Yumi, they're coming for you now, man. You know you got all the Falcons fanboys.
I've got an entire region after
If you don't have them in top 10, listen, you don't know ball.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Sorry guys. I don't think they're making the grand final, or are they?
I'm just amazed that Bates thinks Garrett G's better than Kaliers. That's just insane to me. I just personally wouldn't say that.
Here we go.
The exotic thing, man. Well, listen, I have to respect exotic by putting him up here. I had to give credit to his world championship performance. I had to give credit to him, so I had to put him up here in about 17 range. I had to, because listen, if you could do that, you could clutch up on the biggest stage, play your best ball, I got to give it to you. And that's what I had to do. Because listen, there's a lot of thoughts. I want to put exotic a little lower, but I was like, nah, that's disrespectful. I can't disrespect what he's done. I got to tip that. It. That's why he's 17.
Yeah.
CJ likes 17 exotic as well. We've not had as much synergy as usual. We've had exotic synergy, Raise Bull synergy, Appjack. Any other picks being the same in the same row? Or is it just those 3? We've not had any triples. Usually there's
no triples yet.
No triples yet, no quads. Maybe we'll see those higher up. But okay, let's keep going. We're hitting a road bump here, but we'll keep going. Couple and outposts popping up. I haven't seen
my list in hours.
Another exotic.
Great stuff, Bates.
oh yeah, baby. Come on now. That's good stuff. Hey, Yumi, just get all the media players out the way right now. Let's put them all
I
right there.
Bates knows ball, you know.
That's what I'm saying. Come on now. # Bates knows ball. Y'all know what the business is. Yeah, now Poe is 16 and like him there. Atomic at 16 for CJCJ is a little questionable.
I'll have the floor here because I know that there's got some NA people. I know there's got some NA people that will watch the whole split, and I'm with you. All right, I'm with you. I think this is the best that Tommy's played. I think he's been the MVP of NRG this split. But again, I just feel like when we get to LAN, I even went back because this is probably the one that kept me up at night. Is where am I ranking NRG? Who am I putting the highest? But I feel like after every LAN, we're never putting Atomic number one. I don't think he's ever the top performer on NA.
He's never been a top performer?
Anyway.
What?
I don't think he's in this lineup. I think we're always looking at a beast mode post event. I think beast mode's always been kind of number one. Maybe he's been number two. Dan number three. Dan's had his moments as well, but I understand that he's he might have turned the corner, but I think land form is different form, and that's why I put him at 16. I rest my case.
Disagree, but sure.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to be the best performer in NRG. I think I've got him the worst performer in NRG.
I think he's been the best player in NA.
This split, yes, he's definitely been.
I don't
the
think
best
it's been
in NA.
close.
Yeah.
I think he's been consistent. Like he's back on that 21-22 level form.
Yeah.
It's just at another level. So I think you gotta give credit. And listen, when he's on that form, all he knows is the grand final. That's all I gotta say, CJCJ. So if it kept you up that night, what? Talk to me.
If Atomic was on Shopify Rebellion, he'd have him top 3. So
he's a fantastic player. I'm just I'm thinking about that back corner. That clear.
The one play is one moment, one guy.
Would you be more upset if I had Daniel at 16 or Atomic?
I mean, I have both of them upset. I'd be upset about both. It's not necessarily about thinking about more. It just be like it's just incredulous.
Okay.
At least 15.
Yeah. At least 15. Okay. Can we reveal 15, please?
Now,
at least.
Well, now Johnny obviously has Twisted Minds coming incredibly well.
Yeah,
I wanted to point out for everyone in chat, I think Nepo, in terms of how good he is as a player, is way above 16. He's top 10 in the world easily. And I've been a believer in him in the past. But if they don't get the results, he's not going to even get the chance to shine. I think there may be 7th, 8th team, maybe 9th, 10th team.
Wait, Yumi, you want to pronunciate his name again?
Nepo.
No, you say Nepo like the chess player? Just Nepo. I feel like he's got to change his name, right? For crying out loud, it's impossible to know what that's supposed to be. And then there isn't even a P sound in Arabic, so the Arabic casters call him Nobo because there is no P. So it doesn't make sense. We need to change his name. Somebody come up with a new name for this guy. But yeah, Daz won in 15, so we're going to give him 15. And Daz has got Atomic at 15. So that's why you want a 15.
15's a great spot, right? At least 15. 15's a great spot.
That's a great spot.
It's a great spot. I think he said at least 15. Hey, right up in there.
Good there.
Wait, you got basically got Atto at 15 though. What's happened there?
Hold on now.
Is that a mistake?
Listen, here we go. Somehow, some way, the heat is coming right back to me. Are we not going to talk about the Monkey Moon at 15? Let's move it over to CJCJ. Let's shift that over to him,
let's
please.
stay on Atto, please. Let's stay on Atto.
Let me go first before we're going to take longer on you, so I'm happy to go first. I think Monkey Moon is in a similar vein to Exotic in terms of this first split. Tell me whenever Monkey Moon has peaked in the first major. All right, he's a world's performer.
Actually, the first major, he won the first land back. Remember that? Okay,
that's probably true. Listen. He's been a little bit. He's been disappointing in this online. Let's forget about Sweden. All right, well, that's a Mickey. I was there. All right, I was getting a thing shoved up my nose at 7 a.m. in the morning. All right, forget about that major. That doesn't count. Monkey Moon he's been pretty disappointing. I think he's even Cassie was talking about it throughout the split. He's still trying to find his vibe. I don't think he's found the source yet. I think Zen has been 1v3ing a lot of the first split, and I'm not expecting him to perform at his worlds level yet. So I mean, he's 15. He's still top 15 at the LAN. It's still pretty good, but Atto's probably you got a top 8 player right there that you put in 15 Bates. Talk to us.
Top 8 player. How many lands has he won?
I think that's
game.
That's
what was it? Top 4 in Copenhagen, losing to the winners, eventual winners. Top 4 at Worlds, top 4 at the previous Worlds with Team Liquid. He's had some pretty impressive. Yeah, top 4 in San Diego. He's had a lot of very impressive results. So you need to win a LAN to be top
not necessarily.
14.
You don't. No. You don't have to win LAN. But I'm just saying because listen, y'all are acting. I feel like once you win LANs, you enter a different class, and then maybe be a little disrespectful. He hasn't won it yet. He's a great player, but he's got to get the job done. The job done, I think. He's had flashes and moments, and I actually think he's been playing pretty solid Rock League this open.
So are we going to have LAN winners only for you? Like, above.
Right.
No,
you?
I'm not saying that. I'm
Are
not
we
saying
gonna
that.
have
I didn't,
all
I said- I
LAN
didn't
winners
say,
above
I didn't
here?
say. I didn't say that LAN. You have to win a LAN to be top 14 or above.
But that was
What
your
I said is
justification
that
of Atto
it's-
and
no, 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 no.
15.
I
That's
said
what
it's
you
a
said.
part. It's
Random
the
argument.
totality
Why are you
of the
backtracking?
circumstances.
Stop
It's the totality of the
You're like, for this
circumstances.
particular
This is a
situation,
factor
Who have you
test.
got? Who have you got,
Factor
14?
test
Who have
is
you got?
multiple factors that you gotta add. You gotta add in. You gotta add into the equation. And all I'm saying is that Atto's been playing quality, but listen, I got about 14 players that I think are playing a little bit better than him at the LAN.
Have they won
He
a LAN though? 'Cause
could.
that was your classification. It sounds like
No,
you're
no,
backtracking right now.
Some of the players, they haven't won LANs either. That's why I said it's not the end all be all. It's about the totality. It's about all the factors. I
Who's
think
coming
Atto's gonna
next?
play well.
Who have
No,
you got?
Give me
14?
one. Give me one
Give me
other
that
reason.
14, man.
All right, let's
Okay,
see
sure.
Tbates LAN winning 14th pick.
It's a Monkey Moon.
It's Magic Bear.
No!
What is going on, Bates? What are we doing?
No!
Not my boy. My boy at 14.
I love the bear.
Oh,
Best team in the world. One bear stands taller
oh, but has he won a LAN
than a
though?
world's MVP. Than an Atto.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
FIFA World Cup champion.
Wait, Tbates, what is Bear? Which LAN has Bear won? Which RLCS major did he
Listen.
win?
Magic Bear hasn't won anything, but I'll tell you this. Wait, no, he hasn't won anything, but I'll tell you this. Did you see what he just won? My God. Did you see the performance he put on in that last Open 3 in NA? Hey, listen, if the Bear plays like that, you better be worried. You better be worried about the claws. I think Magic Bear's gonna come out and put on a performance.
Hang on,
I think Magic Bear. Listen, I want to play Magic Bear higher than this, but I couldn't justify it. 14 just seemed about right.
Now, wait a
I
second,
thought
wait a
Magic.
second,
I
wait.
honestly think Magic Bear's gonna have a top 10 performance, but I couldn't justify it. So I had to put him 14 for now. 14
This
for now.
is such bait. You cannot, if you're just basing it off the last event, how do you have Batmobile Oli at 24 and Magic Bear at 14 when they 12-0 the last event? If you're purely going on performance, you'd have
Get 'em.
Oli at top 10.
Oh no, it's not. I didn't say it was only. Listen, I understand what y'all do. Is whatever I say, I need to come out with my whole list of justification. Because whatever I say, you act like it's the end all be all. I didn't. And that was the only reason he's at 14. CJCJ. I didn't say that. I was just saying that was a part of my calculus.
Well, there's
That's
no
not my
other
count.
reason to have him at 14 outside of his last event. Like, there's nothing to say that he's gonna.
No. I'll say this,
And
man.
I've got
Listen,
him at 23, and I'm coming at
listen,
you.
I'll tell you this, man. In NA circles, the people respect the Bear.
Oh,
Bear's
I
nice.
love the Bear.
I
respect
love the bear too.
What do you mean? I was the first one. I feel like I was the first one to.
If you
I was
want
on
the
the
next
Bear.
NA
I was
player
all
that's
over
next
the Bear.
up, The Bear's him. The Bear can ball. He's smooth as a cat. He's nimble. He's got the big 50s of a bear, and he handles business. And I just expect him to lead these Gen G boys. I got Gen G going at least to round 5. And if Gen G gets the right matchup, shoot.
5.
In my bracket, I had him going against Vitality, a rematch at Copenhagen. You never know what might happen.
Brother, you
I
got
got the bear up there.
cheese at 25
I got the bear
and
up
the
there.
bear at 14. You Gingy got to be
Second,
the
why
top
is
10,
everybody on
bro.
me? Look at
Wait, listen. But it was the fact that you made that argument about Addo and then the bear. Otherwise, you should have had the bear at like 13. That way I could have spent 14 focused on Johnny and CJ. Because it was the fact that you put him at 14. You should have put him at like 13 or something.
Wait, and sandwich. I'm talking about Magic Bear. I got Beast Mode to my left and Daniel to my right.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm just saying. This is
yeah.
crazy 14.
You can't say that's crazy. You got Atomic at 15. You probably got Dan at 13. Right?
That's just not true. That's just not true.
We're in sync at the moment. Come on now.
Come on, man.
You're one
These-
behind me. We've got
these-
Exotic, Atomic, Monkey
You
Moon.
guys, Atomic at 16 though, and then you got Daniel at 14 though.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Exactly.
I
love-
thought I was gonna get roasted for Beast Mode 14, but then Magic Bear came in to the rescue.
that's a
what a
bad pick.
save by Bates with the bear.
That's
at
the
14.
lowest beast mode has been in a while.
That's
like pre or
crazy.
post land.
I mean,
Oh, who do y'all have up there, man?
He looks like the worst player in the team, so I'm gonna put him the lowest ranked on the team. In my top
purely on
25.
online performance.
Really online performance, but he was
Here we
clearly
go.
the best player on every single
Nah,
land they've
Atomic
ever
up
played
there.
so far. He's been the best every time.
Not every line, in my opinion. I think Daniel outperformed him.
Think Daniel's better at Worlds?
Yeah, I think Daniel. I had
Okay,
Daniel
I
ahead
can
of him
see
at
the
Worlds, and Atomic wasn't way off. It's not like Beast Mode. Like in London, Beast Mode was by far their best player. Copenhagen, I think he was their best player. And then Worlds, I think Daniel was their best player, and Beast Mode was like second best, but Atomic wasn't way off. So like I've bumped him down a little bit here. But that's because Atomic just played, like you said, MVP NA online. So I have to take that into account. Beast Mode doesn't look like himself. He doesn't look like the same confident Beast Mode. He's got, he's whiffing a little bit, and they don't look like fakes. I hope he gets it together because they're going to need him. The team's going to need him.
Yeah, he'll be good together. He always performs on land, whether that's on B1 or NRG.
Just like the bear, he always performs on land.
Stop.
Listen, the bear. Listen, he hasn't performed necessarily yet, but he's gonna perform this time around. I'll say that.
How well can Genji do they have to do for you to have 25 and 14 on your list? Like where
I can see Genji getting top 8.
They have to be getting top 8 if you've got them. Magic Bear at 14.
I can see Genji
G's
getting
also
top
on the
8.
list.
I can see Genji getting top 8.
So you've got Genji top 8. You've got Wildcard top 8. Like, can you give me your actual can you do your list
ain't a lot of spots
teams
left,
right
brother.
now?
You got like 6 spots left. Like
you're squeezing a lot of teams into that top 8 at the moment, but so you got 12 in there.
What's going on?
I think you got 12 teams in your top 8. So if you could actually, once we finish this list, if we can finish it off with Tbates' top 16 in order at the event, I would love to see it.
I'm trying to figure it out, man.
There's a few glaring ones that are going to miss based on that.
All right, let's
I think Rocket League's competitive right now.
Let's continue to 13 because we've been on 14 for a while. All right,
this is where I get the most hate.
Oh my, we've got Archie. We've got Archie at 13.
I like Archie.
Up the GK.
I like the Archie.
The GK is going to be absolutely awesome this land. Like, come on. They 4-0'd Carmine Corp.
I like the Archie. I like the way he played.
Wow.
When I was making my list, I kept moving him around. I like Archie. If he plays like that again, you're 100% right. He was so confident. He's always been so good. Obviously great at defense, but it was his. It's always usually a more passive defense. This time he was aggressive. It was very reactive. He was taking initiative, and it really threw Carmine off. Really threw everybody off. I really think he was the catalyst. We talk about Bat Oli, but it was really Archie because he really controlled the whole field. And if he does that to that level, that extent, that makes complete sense to me. I like that.
I also think he goes above Joyo because Archie, like every time I've seen him on LAN, I've loved watching him. You look back at this is a long way back, Sempar, but that was his first RLCS LAN when he was playing with Relating Wave and Metsonoris, was it?
Yeah, I think it was Metsonoris.
It was super important there. He's been really good at LAN. Whether Joyo, we all know he could easily be top 10 on a LAN, but
it was Chaussette he played with the Semper lineup.
Chaussette.
Yeah.
Archie, Chaussette, and Cassio. Archie's been a carry for a while. He's very good. I would love to see it because can you imagine the amount of trash Archie's going to talk? It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be great.
It's going to be lovely.
He's not 13. That's ridiculous. Can I just say that I feel like I've taken the brunt of, I took the brunt of Atomic at 16, Daz hid behind me at 15, and now I've gone Monkey Moon at 15. I had to take the stand for that, and then we go 14 to 13. So you're welcome. Guys that have just put him one above me. I'll just cop the heat and you just sneak in one pick.
Lost at 13 is pretty high on loss.
Yeah, I know. I think I had him in between Exotic and Jorius, and then I tried to, I was just trying to keep the color coordination, and then I lost it at some point.
So where's Derfinio? Did Derfinio just forget to bring his monitor or something? What's happening?
Dr. Roofy's not there. I think that's probably another reason. Maybe I put Lost up a bit just because I think
he had to fit in Ray's ball, so
I had to get the ball in the bearing, obviously.
The on the bear.
Right.
I thought it was crazy to get the ball in the bearing, but then I'm looking at Tbates and he's got Oli in there as well. He's putting cheese. He's got FIFA and Banana Head. So I feel like there's some people that are missing. There's a lot of people on that list.
No, you just put it on Sam. He's a generational Sam hater. You just kicked all the Sam players. He's got Yan and no one else.
He's got Furia coming 0-3 off these rankings. So that'll
generational Sam hate from Bates as usual, as we come to expect. All right, let's go to 12. We've got
12. Let me see what that looks like.
Some synergy here. Good job, Yumi. I like the Clears pick at 12. There is the Yan, so that's it for Sam for Tbates.
Yeah,
that's the South American, the token.
It's going to be above top 10 just from playing 1v1s alone.
No. I actually do. I mean, listen, him versus Moxie, I do think he's going to win. I'm be honest with you. I do think he's going to win. That's my pick. But In saying that though, I don't know if Fury's necessarily got the best land, but Yan always balls out.
Why would they not have
Why
a good
not?
lane?
They just perfect swept.
Because I understand that. But listen, now it's going international play, man. Listen, you gotta pick your britches up and then start balling out. And I'll tell you this, I've been lucky. I watched them last year. It was the Yan show. They put a lot on Yan's shoulders, and I gotta see more from Lost and Drew. Lost has his moments. He gives me his flashes. I need to see consistency from him. I don't necessarily know if I'm gonna get that. And Drew also, I don't know. He just looks a little iffy. And it really just comes all down to Yan. And so I don't know. I think I got some quality teams here. Collectively as a whole, I think some teams can take them. It'll be the Yan show per usual, but it won't be enough. Won't be enough.
Here we go. Hold on. I got to defend myself against chat.
Yeah,
Chat is coming at me for the FK at the 12, man. Listen, chat. You guys, it's got to be nostalgia or something. It must be nostalgia. It's not the same first killer that you used to know. It's just not.
It's better.
What? No, it's not. I've been watching them. And listen, he can be better. But right now, the way Ultimates are playing right now, I can't have him higher than that. It's just not logical. Now, keep in mind, we got LJ still on the list. LJ's there. It's just because LJ's, I agree with Bates. LJ's got that more consistency for me, especially when under pressure. LJ's been in that role. I feel like if FK and LJ, we get to a big overtime, something happens, first kill is going to start overheating. He's going to start tunnel visioning. He's going to have to feel like he has to do everything. I don't need that. I need a better FK. I don't think I'm going to get one.
How do you know that LJ is better under pressure, though, when first killer's been in way more high-pressure situations than LJ's ever sniffed? He's never played in a top 4, has he, at LAN?
Exactly.
He's been top 8s, I think. Top 8s?
Yeah, first killer's like
Swiss
been in
he's been in top 8s.
He's played in
he's
real
definitely
pressure.
He's been in top 8s. Yeah, that's true. Has LJ ever passed the ball to another team in a grand final?
Well, he didn't make the grand final. You can't
he didn't make the grand final.
But he's never done that, though.
But you can't compare them, but he didn't make the final.
Oh, it's the Michael Jordan argument. I see what you mean.
But he's never done that, though. That's what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is, it's not that, like, first killer he's definitely a top 10 potential, but the top 10 is stacked right now. And what I'm saying is, LJ's been more consistent. He's a more consistent player. First killer, when it gets to that high pressure situation, is too inconsistent, and it hasn't been that top great player. Otherwise, I would have no problem putting it in. I debated between where I put first killer and LJ. I swapped them out multiple times, but I feel like I like LJ more. And you're right, LJ. Someone in chat said LJ never had teammates like first killer, but now LJ has first killer. LJ's definitely not going to make those same mistakes, and I definitely think he's going to have a better lane.
He's saying that, listen, LJ's like Michael Jordan. Once he added his Pippen, he went all the way.
Right.
Maybe FK's his Pippen.
FK's better than LJ. On this team, he's been better than LJ together so far.
Statistically, it's been very close. Statistically, it's very close.
But who would you say has been the best player of the three across 3 regionals?
But the only reason I say that is because the only reason I say that is because
by far.
But that's because first killer. The only reason first killer leads statistically is because he has more saves. Why does first killer have more saves? Because when it gets to those clutch moments, because the first killer also has the most overtime goals. It gets to those moments, first killer feels like he has to do more in those situations. So of course he's gonna have better stats than that. I mean, yeah, but is it the best for the team all the time? No. Do you think that what first killer did in that overtime versus Genji was the best for the team? He overheated. There was times where Ultimates had miscommunications that led to them getting scored on multiple times. Game 6, Game 7, last region where Genji won both those games in OT. Chronic didn't jump in Game 6. You think that's if first killer went for the ball? There's communication that happens there. All right. So I'm just saying, like, you have to take those things into account. Now, I'm not saying first killer is a bad player because I have him in top 12. I'm definitely not saying that. I'm saying they're close right now, but if I had to pick between this team and this situation, I'm taking LJ over first killer.
We'll have to see.
Interesting. All right, yeah.
We'll have
going off this so far, I reckon
LJ's
it's not
getting
been
shackled.
close. What statistics are they close in if you have those handy? Because I don't know about any of those.
I believe it's everything. They're literally close in everything except saves and overtime goals.
Well, we got to find what close is, but we can do that a little later. How about you pick up
first killer? I'm looking at the whole split. First killer is like 3rd in the region for just points per game, and LJ's I can't count that far. He's way down, so he's too far down. I can't count that right now, but yeah, he's got 380. Where is he? 390 points per game. First killer at just a casual 4.
Okay, we're looking at points per game. Look at goals participation.
Yeah, in the goal participation, they're close, but I mean, points per game is usually a better stat to look at.
Yeah, but he
who's
has the most
contributed.
saves. He has more saves than LJ.
Yeah, he's got 1.78 saves on this season so far. LJ's got 1.52. I mean, I don't think he's just
That's
a
where
save
that difference in
merchant.
the number lies.
I don't think he's
I'm not
just
saying he's a save
merchant.
merchant. I'm not calling him one, especially considering the amount of overtimes that they've had. And again, First Killer has more. First Killer is better statistically with that amount of overtime goals they scored too, with the saves. It's just under pressure situations.
No, we'll see. We'll see. We don't. Yeah, we'll need to see when LJ ends up in one of those situations because he's what's he peaked at, 6th? Has he made a 6th? No, just 8th, right? Top 8.
I think he's an 8. I mean, he's always balled out, man. He's had some incredible lands.
He has, but there's
Incredible
never
lands.
any pressure on him. Like they're always the underdog. I feel whenever they're in the top 8, they're underdog
I
every
like
time.
that.
So I don't think
That's
he's
a good
ever been
point.
under pressure in his
I mean,
entire
even
career.
if this team does poorly, LJ's not going to be under any pressure because everybody's
is
going to look at
pressure.
First
Oh
Killer.
no, for sure there's pressure
No,
now.
there's
This is the
definitely
first
pressure.
time that there's expectation.
There's expectations.
yeah.
Expectations now.
Yeah.
Are you going to look at First Killer or are you going to look at LJ? That's
I'm
my
looking
question.
at both of them.
You should look at both of them.
I don't think First
But I don't
Killer's a
think a lot of
choker,
people
by the
are
way.
gonna
Like,
do that.
what, is First Killer really like bad under pressure because he passed
I
the
don't
ball to
think he's a
Itachi one
choker.
time? I don't think he is.
No.
He's actually really good. He just had one bad moment. Is Atomic bad under pressure because he missed
But
the
that was
ball?
also not. That was also not what I even. That was one of the arguments I brought up, but that's not everything I brought up. Because I also talked about this last regional event. They should have won against Gen.G. Gen.G should have been playing against SSG for that qual, and they threw that.
They should have won that one. I don't know what happened there. That's they should probably look at those replays and see what
3-1
they
up.
can learn from that. Yeah, 3-1 up.
Oh,
is
let's go to
crazy.
11.
Yeah, let's get to 11. See what we've got. It's okay. There's some
Yeah, we're
twins
cooking.
from CJ and Daz. First Killer's coming in at 11 for Yumi, and
Yeah, okay.
got Monkey Man Atomic. Okay.
First Killer. Ooh, it seems like Yummy is quite high on NRG.
You should be.
I just don't have ultimates doing
All
too well.
in the
Otherwise,
top
I've often put
10.
First Killer about 6th. So.
Oh, Johnny's got 3. Wait, can I put my bets in now?
One,
No, it's
two,
too late.
three.
Yeah, well, he's too late.
It's not that.
Listen, I'm letting you know right now. John only has two NA players left, y'all. So I'm sorry. If you put,
I said 5. I just
if
know
you,
him.
if,
I know
if,
him.
if you put 6, I'm so sorry for you. He only has 5. But he only has 5. It's nice. I cut somebody off. I'm so sorry. Who was talking? Was it you, CJ? I apologize.
I'm chilling. I'm happy with this so far. I think we've got FK 11's fine. Monkey Moon 11. That's the high. Oh no, don't Yummy's got a top 10 for a Monkey Moon. Atomic 11. Yep. I'm just looking across the board. Looks pretty good. Think I'm still winning. So ready to go to 10.
I think I'm still
We'll
winning.
see. We'll see
Still
about
winning.
that. All right, yeah, let's continue. We're into the big boys
Okay.
now. We got another FK, another LJ, a rise at 10 for Tbates.
T10.
What the heck? Me and CJ just switched players.
Yeah. I mean, we have been pretty in sync, to be honest. And if I had my loss in between 17 and 18, it kind of gets scary. You know, it'd be collusion. At that
Listen, I
point,
think
but-
we need to throw it back to old school because we were looking at how we spent 4 hours on the streams, and I remember we used to do 1-by-1 reveals.
Yeah.
And you used to have to justify it. So let's start off with Johnny first. Since we
Yeah,
start off,
okay.
let's start with Johnny. So how was Vatira number 10?
I think he's going to be he's top 10 is really good. And I think he's going to be the third best player in the team, but they're all going to be exceptional. And they're probably going to win the event. But he's taking a bit more of a back seat, and I think that's like working out really well for them. He's unleashed Drally and Atto to their full potential by just letting them cook. He's just sitting back, which is what he's best at. So I think 10 is going to be a solid 10. This team's going to probably win. They're kind of hard to beat unless you're GK
Interesting.
on the last Champ Sunday.
5T10. Listen, I don't know about that one, but it's fine. It's fine. Listen, I got Finley. You already know I got Finley at 10. You know why? Because he's just a land boy. This is what he does. He goes out there and performs. It doesn't matter the team. It doesn't matter the region. I'm already calling it right now. He's going to go out there and perform. I got Twisted Minds finishing at least top 8. Minimum. Because they got a squad. And it starts with the captain in the middle. I already know he's going to be dapping up. I know he's going to be trash talking. I know he's going to be balling out when it matters most. And with his two boys, with him, Atomic with the K, and then Naupo, he's going to be able to get the job done. Get the job done like he usually does. Minimum top 8 floor for him. I think he's going to ball out and do what he does.
They look like they're doing better in top 8 and just average.
I think I had them in top 6 in
performance.
my bracket.
Yeah, they look maybe like even sniffing a top 4 looking at the averages there. But it depends where you got other teams. I've not calculated that. You're missing a lot of players. So
would you, Tbates, would you say that Rise? Would you say that Rise is an S class player that you mentioned before?
No, he's A class.
Okay.
I think
There's
S class.
so few S class and national class players out there. So
I just think that it's tough to put. You know, if he's an A class player, I think it's once you get into like top 12, top 10, it's pretty tough to not just have those for the S class players. You know, but he must be performing. He must have fantastic performance.
Is Atto S or A for you, Bates?
He's not.
S.
He's gonna be A.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
A.
A. Atto is A class. Oh my goodness.
Without a doubt. Without question. Without question. There's no question about that one. I think y'all, listen. S class is a different level, y'all. There's not, listen, S class is a different type of tier we're talking about here. Would you put Atto on the same tier as Zen?
Yes.
Individual capability.
He's S.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Zen's top 2, I reckon. But so maybe like
you put Atto the same tier as Daniel, skill wise.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Daniel, yeah.
1000%. Do you watch you?
Do you watch a year?
Do you watch Have you watched him play?
I watch him play all the time. I watch him play. I watch him ball. So is Oski S tier?
Nah. A.
So Atto's S tier, but Oski's not S tier.
Yeah.
That make no sense.
Well,
what do you mean it doesn't make any sense?
Level. He's gone to another level. Like Oski, perhaps if you put him in Atto's spot, perhaps he. No.
See, that's what I'm saying. Because it's not S tier doesn't matter about the spot you're in.
No. But I think he's elevated his game. Like pre KC, you're probably, he's perhaps not in there, but he's.
Oh, Atto's absolutely
he went past
improved.
Vatira.
Yeah, he's improved.
He went past Vatira.
Oski hasn't improved.
Oski's not improved as much as Atto. Like they were the same level when they played in Team Liquid. Atto has absolutely become a completely different player defensively. Compared to what he used to be on TL, where he really wasn't. He was probably average, if not below average, for defense. Now he's just a really solid player all over the pitch, and still not like Vatira level defense. But Atto's a monster. He's a player who could be number 1 after this event is done, and he's one of the players with a chance to do that. And if Oski was in this event, which they got eliminated in pretty bizarre circumstances. But if he was in this event, I don't think he would have the capability of just getting a 1. I don't know. I don't think any NIP have got that.
Interesting indeed.
Oski's got potential to be S, but are we talking potential or actual current ability?
I'm talking about S tier.
No, there's a difference. Potential and current ability is different. They're not the same.
I'm talking about S tier right now.
Okay, current. Atto is S, Oski is A, is what I would say.
Interesting. I'd have that flipped if I was going to put one of them in S.
Oh.
But I don't think I put Oski in S either. But yeah, I'd have it flipped though. It's very interesting you say that though. Very interesting. But I like it. Now, listen, that just shows they're both real quality players. I think they're A. But yeah. Wait, CJ, who'd you ask me that was S? Oh yeah, no.
Roz.
Finley's A.
Yeah, okay.
But it's just what he brings to the table. It's just what he brings to the table. I mean, listen, he just elevates his teammates. He's a winner.
Okay.
He is a winner.
Sometimes you look at your list on stream and you're like, I feel like I've got vitality higher than I actually want to, but I couldn't not put the GOAT in the top 10. So Monkey Moon's in there. But
right.
Yeah,
I don't know if Vitality are going to get the results that my rankings predict.
It is worth mentioning, since no actual SSA team made it to the event this time around, Rise, Archie, and Joyo are safe. They don't have to play against South Africa at Birmingham. Anyway, let's go to number 9 and see what we've got here. We've got a couple of 3 NA players. We've got CJ sneaking in. Hey, CJ, I took the heat for you there. It's all good. You can sneak in with Batty and nobody's going to say anything.
I wasn't pushing you too hard. I thought you had some fair points. I'd say outside of maybe I'd say the last event, but GK kind of dominated. I think Vati has been the third. I don't mean it like in a bad way, but I just think he's let Atto, and I think Drally's obviously been cooking. Drally's gone on another level. But
see, I'll defend you here, CJ. The thing is that the Vati, he's playing the main defensive role for the team,
outrageous.
and they don't play defense. They just continually attack. So we're not really. It maybe some team at LAN's going to be able to put them on defense, and Vati will look like the best player on the team, but hasn't happened yet. Nobody's really done that. Even GK were kind of fighting midfield and counter-attacking against him. So
I think he's doing nothing wrong to be at number 9, number 10. I just think, you know, outside of the, when we finish up Birmingham, I'm probably going to see more clips of Atto, just doing his thing, and Vati's just watching him, saying, "You go for it. I've got your back, brother." So I'm ready to see Atto peak. Yeah,
well,
that's good. Yeah, number 9.
Good.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I do.
So far, we've got first killer 12, 11, 10, 9. So it's up to Tbates to complete the run.
And he will absolutely have an 8.
He will 100%.
100%. He would not put him higher than that.
No way Tbates put him higher than
crazy.
8. Yeah. Although we know Tbates has got a rainbow at the moment, so it's not going to be red. He's rainbowed the list, as everyone should.
I think a lot of us disagree on the Yan ranking, obviously, but I guess you don't have much thoughts on Furia.
Who, me?
Daz. I mean, obviously, you're a Sam hater.
You hate generational hater.
What, Yan? You're saying Yan and 9 is bad?
Yeah, you're saying Furia, 7th, 8th, 5th, 6th.
6th probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same argument I made earlier. Is that like it's really up to Furia. I think the players just have to just push back on closing out series. They have a hot start, but they just got to close out when it comes down, especially in the top 8. So if they can do that, then I mean, sure, I'm okay with being wrong there, but this is just kind of reflective of them being on the fence for the most part, going really close series with a lot of teams.
All right, let's move on to number 8. It's getting even more serious. Oh, baby, this is a good one. What on earth are you cooking up over there, teammates? I mean, I want to talk about someone else, but he just dropped the Rally at 8. Everybody,
no.
shoot in. He dropped Rally at 8.
There's no.
I swear I'm not looking at your list under a microscope, but what are you doing?
You cannot have Rise and Rally 2 points away from each other. That is, you cannot. You can't have him there. You can't have him there. He's been so
What's
clear.
going on?
Listen, he's playing excellent ball. I like him.
He's the best player in the world, Bates. He's literally the best player in the world.
Whoa. Let's pump the brakes on the best player in the world conversation now, guys. Listen, I hate when we start just giving it out to everybody. Now, listen, hold on.
What have you been giving it out to everybody? What do you mean?
We just gave him a sticker. We just put him out.
What do you mean giving it out to everyone?
Let's slow the roll, guys. Let's slow the roll. Listen, he's balling out. I'll say he has gotten even better since the World Championship.
Tbates, you have the entirety of NRG above
Rally. What?
I sure do. I sure do have the whole entire.
You better hope they don't play each other. Drally does like to play against that squad. He has a good time on the pitch against
Monkey Moon likes to play against that squad. So as long as NRG avoids Vitality, I think they'll be just fine. Fine. Monkey Moon's got Safi on Atomic's number at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but listen, Jolly's not on Monkey Moon's team anymore. Jolly, you've been playing well. You've been balling out. I think you got some sauce in you. And a lot of people, I think they're all going to be number 1. But honestly, it's interesting that y'all say that on the real. It's interesting that y'all say Vati is their 3rd best performing player. I think he's been exceptional.
He has.
I think the amount of space he opens up for them to is incredible. The confidence he has, and also his ability. And once again, his consistency. Vati's consistency across the whole entire open split thing has been great. I really do think he's been the best. I think he's playing his best ball. Who cares? So I think he's playing his best ball. I really do feel that way. So in saying that, I think Drolly. I could have put Drolly a little higher, but listen, I got some great names above him. I right now. That's want to say it's world class.
The whole roster above him.
Oh wait, just wait. If Drolly's not the best player in the world, who is it? Have you still got Zen then? Who's the best?
Best player in the game?
Yeah, right now.
I'm still keep Zen. I might move that though.
Who's number 2? If Zen's number 1, who's number 2? Who's the second best player?
I gotta go with Beast Mode to prove it otherwise.
Oh, come on. You can't put Beast Mode above Drally right now, bro. There's just no way. I feel like Zen, fair enough, because he kind of did something no one else has done, but you've got to have Drally at least top 2. I think he's done enough to be number 1 for me, but minimum 2, surely.
I think there's a discussion. I think that Zen's still best in the game. And I think if you want to put Drolly 2, I'm not mad at it. I'll just say for some people might get really into the weeds and say Daniel's number 2. I wouldn't.
I don't think
I feel like
anyone
that'd
is
be a
saying
stretch.
that.
I mean, some people might say that. I think Drawley,
that.
you can put Drawley up there. You can put Drawley up there, and I don't think I'd be mad at the pick. I'm not mad at it. There's quality.
I haven't
gotta
heard
see it
anybody
again.
say Daniel at 2 until you said it right now, or Daniel top 2. I haven't heard anybody say that until this very second.
It's that
Sometimes
Daniel
people
Orr.
don't need to say it.
They don't just say it. They're thinking. they're thinking it. But yeah,
I
so
don't know about that. I don't know.
I need to see more. Show me 7. I need to see more of this.
how does everybody get mad at Drawley 8, but not mad at him having beast mode 8? Wait, no, Johnny had beast mode 14. That's what I'm saying, man. This innate bias. This innate bias is ridiculous.
We've already spoken about it.
We covered
What's wrong with
this.
8?
Let's
What's
see
wrong
7.
with 8?
Let's see it. We've
Where's
got
my 7?
okay, nice variety here. We got a Naupo at 7 for Daz, which I do like that. That's the highest Naupo so far. Beast mode's coming in for pretty. Yeah, we've seen all these players before. The repeats.
Oh, I finally dropped first
okay,
killer.
yeah.
There you go, Yummy. He's at 7 now.
7.
Nice, which also means that all 3 of NRG are currently in the top 6. And I remember the London Major when Bates put all 3 members of a team in the top 6 and they came dead last, losing to Sam 2 and OCE 2. So I think he's cursing NRG right here. I think you've destroyed your own team, mate.
That was like 3 years ago, man.
Yeah, but it really stood out in my mind.
That was like 3 years ago. That was a long time ago. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a long time ago. But listen, times have changed. Times have changed. I do think that, like I said, I think first killer, like I said, man, I really do. I can see him getting that top 2. I got top 6 full form. I can see him getting top 2. I can see Ultimates win this whole thing. And I think first killer's finally, he's locked back in.
Mm-hmm.
Is Chronic
found
playing
himself
though?
again.
Is it just first killer and LJ? Is Chronic in the,
Oh, no,
in
I
the
mean,
picture
Chronic's
at
out there.
all? Like, is he out there?
He's out there. He's got to play his role.
What, is he just in net the whole time, or what's? He
I mean,
doing?
that's where he usually is. So you check the ball chasing.
He's third, he's
just
third,
in
but
net.
I
He's
mean,
third.
this is a
He's third.
generational carry by First and LJ. I mean, they're
I mean-
top
I mean,
2, and
it
the
is.
Chronic's like
Oh.
26th or something. Like, what is going on?
26. What's wrong with 26? 26 quality.
Also, 26 doesn't work at your rainbow, so he's 27th at best.
I think my rainbow messes up at some point. So
At least you're consistent, Bates. You had for Worlds as well. You had Atomic Dam Beast Mode 1, 2, 3. So
did I really?
at least you're consistent. 6 months later, or however long
I did.
it's been.
At Tom Dan Beast Mode 1, 2, 3.
You did.
He's like, oh man, I've
if only
already
they
done
had
that.
finished the
I've already built that one.
You did. I just had a
job.
look.
I'm running out of material. Oh no.
All right, let's see the next one. Let's move on to number 6. Oh, synergy with Atos at 6 by the Australians.
Mm.
And
Daniel at 6?
Daniel at 6 for Tbates.
Oh.
I can't believe you
Oh,
ruined the
synergize
rainbow.
with that, though, but we can't
okay,
synergize
now
with OCE.
this is the most surprising pick I've ever seen ever. I mean, Dan at 6.
Yeah,
from
why
you?
why would you ruin the rainbow for Dan at 6? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I don't remember. I
Interesting.
don't know who's at 5 now. I don't remember. I thought I had Dan at 5. Honestly.
He's got Dan again at 5.
Oh well, listen. I mean, it's like, listen. Yeah, I told you the rainbow was gonna mess up at some point. Y'all all got Atto. Y'all really believe in Atto? The Nalpo at 6. You going off of pure talent? Okay, I can see the Nalpo at 6 off of pure
No,
talent.
I think this team's going to do really well. I think
It
that
makes
team's making
sense
top
because he's
6.
got Atomic and Rise up there
he's got
pretty
Atomic.
decently.
I think the team's going to do really
Same
well.
as CJ, he's got Atomic and Rise. He's going to have, Nepo, Nepo, higher. Don't want to call him his real nickname.
Yeah, like, Nepo sounds good. No, it looks good. A couple of like the Atto. Is that Atto cleared off the board now? Yep, 15. Yep, 8,
Yep,
6,
yeah,
6, 7.
15.
Good.
I like how everybody else agrees on Atto, and then we got Atto at 15.
6 to 8 and the 15. There's that one
There you
guy.
go, Johnny, again with this Atto thing, man. It's like the exotic thing, but Atto's naturally better than exotic.
But
Here
see,
he goes.
like,
Here he
the
goes
thing
with
is,
it.
it
with
makes
it.
sense with what I think is going to happen at the LAN. I think that Vitality are going to look really awkward. Zen's going to be 1v3ing. Monkey Moon's somehow going to have the highest points per game in the whole event, even though he doesn't look like he's playing very well. And then they're just going to go out 6th place or something. And they're going to look a bit flat. So it makes sense. But Atto,
I don't know who number 5
15,
is.
in what world, even if, like, I mean, if we've still got Vatira to come, I just can't see it.
I don't know who
Atto
number
must be
5
back
is.
with
I'll be
a
honest
lot.
with you.
All right, shall we get on to number 5?
Yeah, should we go one at a time for the top 5 or something, or should we?
Yeah, we can do one at a
just
time.
go-
Anybody want to volunteer? We can snake draft this one. We'll start with. Oh, let's just do that. Let's start with Yummy.
Okay.
reveal 5 for Yummy. It says
Who did
6.
I
I don't know why it says 6, but it is
Oh, yeah,
5.
that's a 6.
Why does it say that? Maybe I can fix it.
Yan the man.
Yeah, I feel like I want him higher, but it's got to go on results. The one thing that Yan has advantage in terms of being so high while his 2 teammates are low is he's also going to get the 1v1s to show off in. I know this isn't the 1v1 list, though I did think about putting Morksy on the list. It was just so full. I was like, I can't put another player in. But yeah, he's going to have that advantage in terms of standing out.
Looking forward to seeing him. I think he's. I think like stats wise, it looks like he's in career best form. And I remember was it the second London event? We all kind of had him top 2. Was it top 2? When everyone was pretty behind him.
I can't remember. We all had
Going
top
into that
2.
event. Was it like or after the event
top
or
3,
something?
maybe top 3.
Top 3, somewhere around there. Yeah, he could be back there. I don't know the way he's performing at the moment, but we'll see. He's got to do it on land. He's got to do it internationally.
All right, let me reveal another one here and see if it says 6 as well. It does. Okay, I might have just broken this to know if these buttons are working.
No.
That's fine. We'll fix it as we go. Hopefully. All right, we got beast mode at 6 from Daz.
6.
Yeah, beast mode top 5. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm okay with it. I think I had him higher at the World Championship. I got him down lower. I don't think I'll be able to accurately explain it, but it's just something to do with the play style right now. Otherwise, I think I'd probably have him a bit higher, depending on NRG's play style. But right now, I feel comfortable at 5.
Okay, beast mode. Yeah, I think it's just going to say 6 until I finish the row, by the way. So we're probably going to get 6s. Another 6, but it is 5 for Naupo for CJ. CJ, I've taken the heat off you with Atto, Naupo, Vati. Like, you're just copying me, Rawas. One, are
Rawas,
you?
Yeah.
You just bumped my whole list up by 1.
But remember, CJ said he made a mistake somewhere, so you gotta take that into account. He's missing somebody.
It was
that was just the exotic
Jorius
double whammy. I stuffed the rainbow.
Yeah,
you missed the rainbow. Oh yeah,
but
I still don't know what a 5 is.
I think I've got him the highest of everyone. Yeah, 5, 6, 7. We're kind of around the mark. Where's Bates at 16? Yeah, that makes sense. 16 for Yummy as well. I think he's so good. He's so good on the pitch. So we'll see if he can perform on land. But I think he will. I think he will be one of the statistical leaders as well. So I think he just
The thing is, it would look from my list that I disagree with you heavily, but like it's that's a results based pick. You know, I don't have either of his teammates on the list, and you have them pretty highly, which means they're going to do well. And if they do, then well, he's going to be top 5 probably.
All right, Bates. Let's see who he's got. Oh my goodness! I'll wait a second so you guys can see what's coming up next for Bates at 5. It's not 6. I think I can fix the 6s in a minute, guys. But
best player in the world, number 5. Fair enough.
The best player in the world coming in at 5.
The best player in the world, according to Bates.
Well, listen. I tell you what. Listen, I ain't got Vitality going all the way. I ain't got him going all the way. That's why I got him at 5. There's a question we had. Does Tyler Bates have Vitality in the top 8 of his bracket? That's the question.
Do you have them in the top 8?
Oh,
Surely.
wait, top 8. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, it's gonna be close.
Now, well, hang on.
Exactly.
Let's go back.
11,
He has
6.
Gen G. He has wild card. So let's. Yeah, we'll see it at the end.
I said
Right.
Listen, I said I got
all the teams in there.
I got twists in mine.
Yeah, you got like 12 top 8 teams, mate. You might need to recount that.
And listen, I'll tell you this though. That boy is Zen. You already know what he brings to the table. You know what he does. He's still class. And he's at 5. He's at 5. That's why I had 5. I see. Yeah, I want the Zen Daniel right next to each other. I think that's what I wanted. I think they're forever gonna be compared to one another. Even though Zen's got his world championship first. Daniel almost got his the second year. Daniel needs to get that world championship as well.
All right, let me see if I can fix this 6 debacle by clicking this. Okay, if I do this, okay, I know how to. Well, I can scuffed mode fix it, but there we go. We've got.
Oh, it worked. Yeah.
Yeah, I know how to fix it eventually, but okay, I've got Daniel at 5. I think he was the best player in the team at the World Championship, and I think that the way that they're gonna need to play in this event, Daniel's gonna need to be the best player in the team again. Because they've not looked like the same confident NRG, same confident G2 as they always have, but they're still obviously plot armor, gonna make a deep run no matter what. Even if it means surviving a couple of scares in Swiss, they're gonna make it out. Once they're in bracket, I think they're gonna be fine. until they maybe run into some teams that I just think are a little bit better than them. But Daniel's, yeah, he's obviously no. I don't think I need to defend Daniel top 5. He's a monster.
He could be top 5. I don't. I think you're the only one that predict. Oh no, I guess 6 for Bates.
Oh yeah,
but
but Daniel not bad spots. 5, 6, 14 for CJ. Demar hasn't put him on there. That's good. 9, like CJ's just like a little too low on Dan. It's fine. It's fine. It's not like he's been to every single LAN grand final.
Yeah.
It's not like he just it's not like he's just always there. But that's neither here nor there. Consistency doesn't matter. We're just gonna throw it out the window.
I think I think NRG are one of the hardest teams to like split up. I feel like most rankings I want to just put them all together. But for me, I just think Beast Mode. I think he's one of the best player in NA on LAN at this event.
That's fine. I think we just revealed a whole row. It got a little slow. I think we do whole row rest of the way.
Whole row.
Whole row. That makes it easier
I like
for
the
me.
rolling.
Because it's not going to make it, say, 5 again. All right, whole row. There it is. Okay, some Yan synergy, CJ. I like that. I like the Yan at 4.
Very nice.
So the heavy hitters are all coming out now. It's all heavy hitters from here on. But no,
yeah, big boys.
Yan, I'll go first. Yan, they've just perfect swept Sam for the first time ever, and he's still the guy, not just in 3s but also in 1s in the region. He's top of his game. Yan is an absolute. He's just the GOAT now, Sam, and he's continuing to improve. So yeah,
Can I add to that?
Confident.
I think this is the most competitive Sam has been. You've seen like a couple of imports and stuff, but I think in the most competitive split, and he's had his best statistical split. So I know it is only domestic, it's only in Sam, but like all the stats point to him, as I said, maybe in career best form, and he's been a top 3 player in the world before. So that's scary. So I think I can't wait to see him with the 1s as well. I'm predicting him to beat Moxie as well, just with the LAN experience. But I want Moxie to win. That's just a side note, but
you want Moxie to win?
I just think it's cool to have a 1v1 main win rather than obviously.
I like people who jump in the sky. No, I like the full player. I like the player who's great at 3s and great at 1. So that's good that you're going with Moxie. I'm gonna go with the complete player.
Moxie does. The whole idea that Moxie doesn't aerial is outdated. He
don't aerial as much as everybody else though. Listen, this is gonna be a battle play style.
But that's because Moxie's more complete. He can do the grind game better than Yan. But I mean, Yan's still got a really good grind game as well. I think Yan can do it all. But yeah, I think I would like to see Gentlemates at Worlds. So I think isn't it rumored they're going to sign Moxie? So we need Moxie to win, right? If we want to get the Gentlemates over there, looking the way things are going.
They'll be over there regardless. Oh, he has to win. Right?
Worlds.
Yeah,
Worlds.
It's at Worlds in France. If the Gentlemates aren't there, which it doesn't look like they're going to make it, then Moxie could be the way that they get there. So that would be huge for Rocket League if he got it. Hey, if Yan wins it, I'm happy for him as well because he's so fun to watch. I think it's the perfect final. I remember looking forward to that as a side note. So the dream final for the 1v1. All right, let's just reveal.
First time we've seen
I think there's some
TRK.
Oh yeah, TRK.
It's interesting because of the amount of talent in this
time.
list means that there's huge gaps between like Yan lost Droofy on all of our lists, which I think is just really awesome. Like then Yan's not that much better than his teammates to be on another list 4 compared to 15 or 20 is a huge gap, but now that's actually a lot smaller than maybe past lists.
Yeah, that top 15 is just disgusting at this.
I think top 12, or my top 12
Top
feels like
15.
all S-class players.
Yeah, top
Like
15
in
feels like
America.
our old top 10 almost.
We didn't used to have this many like elite players, I feel like.
Yeah, it's stacked.
That's right. It's stacked. It's a stacked competition, baby. Put up number 3, JB.
Number
Who's
3
number 3?
is up. Oh, we've got a quad out of nowhere. We've got quad. And it's Tbates has ruined it. We had.
mate.
Oh, my days.
Here we go.
We've never had a penta, but we got a quad out of nowhere. We've had not much synergy today. No triples. All of a sudden, a quad Zen appears at 3. I don't mind it.
Fair enough. I think Vitality have been underwhelming without being terrible. Like they're still there. I think our expectations are so high on them. But Zen has, I think I said before when I had Monkey Moon at 15, Exotic 7, I think he's genuinely been 1v3ing some games. Like he's been ridiculous online. And I think he's still top 3 is his floor. at a LAN, which is crazy. But yeah, I think he'll go well.
All right.
Listen, that's pretty calm right there. It's interesting how y'all all have TRK in the top 2. You got Falcons all in the grand finals or something? I'm confused.
I mean, mate, you have TRK 3. Like,
Well, listen, 3 is a comfortable spot for him.
You have him third, bro.
Three's comfortable for him. And listen, top 2. Listen, you might be stretching a little far right there, but I can see. Listen, I can't see the top 2. I can see the 3 though.
How are you mad about 2 instead of 3?
Oh my
man.
gosh.
All right, how should we do the top 2? So we want to reveal somebody's 1, 2, and then someone else's. Or do
I think we just do the whole row.
I feel like it's going to be very similar based on color coordination and the players that are left. That there's going to be a lot of Drally number 1s. But
no, all Drally.
Oh yeah, they're all about that. A lot of you are about to have TRK. It's gonna be 3 TRKs.
This could be pretty clean. Yeah, another triple is on the
be
horizon.
Pretty clean.
Let's see.
I'm ready.
There it is. Another
clean.
triple mind meld. I don't mind it. And a
Hope the top's
Vatira
cut
at
off.
2 and a Daniel at 2 for Daz as well.
I like the damn
right.
baby at 2. Okay, damn baby. How you like that?
Yeah, I see
like
you with the
that?
Vatito. I see you over there. I see
Which
you.
Listen,
means
the
we've got a
Vatican's good.
quad 1, except this one man that put
This
him at
one
8.
guy
And
who just couldn't agree.
he couldn't see a world where he was better than anyone on NRG. There was just no realm of possibility.
And that does mean that Atomic is number 1 for Tbates by process elimination. And yeah,
Best
it's all
player in it.
rallies across the board because he's been kind of hard to beat on LANs in the past couple of Rocket League LANs. Came 4th at FIFA E, but very competitive series to France. You can't see 1. Let me screen read that a little bit differently. Sorry.
Yeah, because it might be Reddle's number 1 for Bates, so we gotta check.
Not quite. It's Atomic. That would be pretty cool if it was Rattle, so I wouldn't mind it.
There you go. 1, 2,
There it
3,
is.
4.
Sorry about that. I don't
Listen,
know where
it's
that-
a quality list for everybody, I believe.
I
like
think this is well. I was going to say. Then I see you, Drally, at 8. I was going to say this might be the least outrageous. Across the board, the most consistent we've had it. But I don't know. At the same time, there's some rough ones here. There's a Rise
All
10,
I'm
Drally
saying
8.
is, if you took the under, you did good.
The premium for JB.
Yeah.
That's right. Less than
Bam,
5.52. What was it? 2.3 million beans on the under, I think it was there. Yeah, 2.6 on the over. 3.3 on the
big
under.
there.
I thought it was really. I was like, why are people going over? Like even after LJ, I was like, who have I?
Well,
forgotten
the
about?
prediction was done before LJ, but
No, but
Yeah,
people-
once you put
another-
LJ at 18, I knew he didn't have. I knew he didn't have.
What's that? LJ 18? I was
LJ
like,
18
yep.
I said,
Let me
yep.
run that up real quick.
He
Hold on.
closed the door. He closed the door real fast.
Who do you think was the one that could have been on but wasn't?
I like if you're really rating.
You
I
guys
didn't
got
know if you
one,
want to
though.
do like a Rage Bull or CRR, or if you
People
was
call
like,
it Diaz. Some
Maybe
people
a
you could have done a
Diaz,
Diaz too.
Diaz
You could have done a
in there.
Diaz too off of.
Yeah.
So it
He
could have been
hasn't
somebody
done
from
any threes
Complexity.
yet.
Yeah, did all of you guys have anyone else? I mean, yeah, Yummy just had cheese, like same 5 and cheese, because Yummy cheese.
I had
man,
cheese
obviously.
and Magic Bear.
We had cheese the bear. We had the bear raise bull. We have
Yeah, I
Chronic
had a
Raise
couple of
Raise
comfort
Bull.
picks. If I didn't have the comfort picks, I probably would have slid in a Swift, Trofino.
The only
Yeah, a
other
couple
players
more
who were
to be
above
honest, but-
23 are Cheese at 19 and Magic Bear at 14. So, yeah, it was the obvious 5. Chronic has been the kind of the weak link on that team, the Ultimates team, and they definitely need to find a way to get the best out of him. I don't think it's necessarily even his. I don't think it's him. I think it's the team aren't making the game easy for him.
I think it's just how they play. I think it's just how they play. You got 2 players on there, man. They lost to OCE last Worlds, man. They gotta lock it in for this land.
What's wrong with OC, bro? Whoa. OC's top 18.
Whoa. What's
Yeah,
wrong with us?
Hold
Don't
on,
go
everybody,
wrong,
wait,
CJ. You didn't put any OC
Everybody
players
stop.
on the list.
CJ, you don't get to speak during this moment. Now, as for
Yeah, you don't,
everybody
CJ.
else,
I get to talk.
there is nothing wrong with OC. OC is definitely a great team. I'm just saying SSG went a little bit further. That guy LJ's there. But I feel like, they can bring it together. They do what they got to do. I'm just happy. I got a full rainbow. Life is good, man.
That's
full
good,
rainbow
man. That's
gray
good.
list.
Is that the first? I love how the rainbow meta is really coming around. Yummy's not on board with it, but we nearly had 4 rainbows this time.
I missed.
I'm like almost the opposite of the rainbow. I've got a big old chunk of NRG in there.
This
Oh, yeah,
man
you did
CJ don't watch
chunk
RL.
NRG.
Daniel at 14. How is Daniel?
That's
at
what I'm
14? He's
saying.
got
Daniel
beast
at
mode
14 is a
What's
terrible
wrong
pick.
with-
Daniel
How
at
is that?
14 is a terrible pick. They get on him. Please get on everybody. If everybody
How
doesn't
is
have
Daniel
all
at
3 NRG players in the top 10, their list is invalidated. These guys don't know what a grand listen. They don't know what a land grand final looks like.
You have Atto at 15, bro. You have Atto at 15,
Yeah,
Ruas
you
at
gotta
13.
relax,
How
buddy.
you
You
complaining
gotta
about
relax.
an NRG player at 14?
Wait,
It's the same
where's
level
Atto
of
at?
team.
15. Wait,
got
has
it at
Atto made every
15.
single land grand final since he's been on Carnage?
Has
I don't think
Magic
so.
Bear made every land grand final? I don't think so either. But like the point
Well,
is,
listen, Magic Bear doesn't have the same quality of a roster, so let's pump the brakes right
Technically,
there.
NRG has. Well, oh, okay. Well,
no, the
Right, yeah,
point
yeah,
is
not
there's
technically.
land
Yeah.
grand final. Okay.
There's
okay,
3
totally.
S tier teams. I think that everybody's universally agreeing on coming into this line. KC, Energy, Falcons, whatever order you want to put them in. They're the S tier teams. So probably your worst player on any of those 3 teams is going to start appearing around 15, 14,
15.
13. Which is why, 15 Atto, 14 Beast Mode, 14 Daniel. We've got a 15 Atomic. And actually the Yummy's the only one who's got Ruas a little bit lower at 17. So it makes sense. I don't think it's like who you put down there though. Like Atto at 15 is a weird one to pick out of the S tier team players to kind of grab and put down there when he's just played one of his best splits that he's ever played.
I think
It's
we're
really
going.
interesting to see. I think there's a lot of teams that can all make it into the top 4. For if you make top 4, you can win it. So
I agree, Yummy. You're right. You're right about that. You're right. And also, you just stop talking about Massimo at number 1 for a second. It's gonna be poetry.
I feel
It's
like I've seen this
poetry.
before.
I know you have seen it
this
before,
again.
haven't you? What, the Atomic number 1?
Yeah, Atomic number 1. I was like, oh.
Listen, when he gets number 1, I believe it. I think I've only put him at number 1 once. But maybe I'm incorrect about that. Maybe I put him there twice. But I tell you, when I do put him at 1, he tends to win.
You probably put him at 1 for if we dumped. Did we ever do one of these at Stockholm? You had to have put him at number 1 back then. Surely, you had to.
Stockholm was the first one, right? So
Yeah, so you definitely would have done that. You
Tbates has the
you
list
probably
up.
would have put him number 1 before LA. You'd probably put him number 1 in other
I
like
know,
Worlds
he was number
of
1
that
for LA, I
season.
think. Or was he
And
number 2?
Worlds
Was
that
Ave
season,
number
you
1?
would have had him number 1, so that's 3, and now 4. I reckon you've done it at least 4 times, man.
Can I just question Daz for a second, Daz? I looked back through a few past top 25s. You seem to always have Atomic really low. Why do you have 2, 5, and then 15? Like,
Okay, you doesn't understand ball. That's fine.
Listen, you know what, CJ? I'm not gonna engage. I know what you're doing. You're trying to win that poll, CJ. I'm not gonna engage with the bait.
He's not trying. I think he's
feel
just
like
gonna
you
win.
always had
You
him
have
kind
him
of
at
13 to
16,
20.
CJ. You got him at
but
16.
14. I'm the similar with all the NRG players. I'm just saying, like that's a big gap, 2 to 15. Like what's
You have to
Atomic
look
doing?
at my
Would you
closer
agree,
arguments.
Bates?
Really?
What's
Really?
he doing? I mean, what's he doing that much differently than I
There
think
we
they're
go.
pretty.
And then he would go to
well-rounded.
base who has him Atomic at number 1. Like I see
Yeah, but at
what
least he's
you're
got
doing. You know
1,
what?
4,
Let it go.
6. Like you're 2, 5, 15. Like that seems like an anchor. You know, a guy that's really not performing. But I think they're all pretty similar.
Listen, why do you have Atomic at 16? Let me hear your logic.
Because
Yeah,
I got Dan
y'all
at
having
14.
Atomic so low. It's just so bad. This man has been to 2 World Championship Grand Finals. He is a 2-time major champion. He has been to, out of his last lands, he has been to Grand Final, and Grand Final. In the open era, the only person who has better accolades than him is Monkey Moon. Y'all gotta start putting respect on Massimo's name. It's disrespectful. At least put him at 11 like I had
I
Monkey
swear,
Moon.
like you've definitely moved the goalposts a little bit. I don't
No,
disagree with
he
you. Like
moved the
I think
goalpost a lot, bro. He said
I think-
all of NRG got to be in the top 15. Now all of a sudden I got him at 15. And Atomic got at least be 11.
Am I misremembering? Am I misremembering a little bit? Because I swear all that Tbates used to care about was winning, and second was irrelevant. Winning was the only. If you win, you win.
He's a
If you
total
lose, you
champion.
lost. But
That's
suddenly,
winning.
grand final seems to be worth a whole lot more than like third. And
2-time major champion.
yeah, but there's quite a lot of 2-time major champions actually. I don't think Atomic's second to Monkey Moon in the open era. I don't think he's just flat out number 2. I think
Oh, you don't think so?
he's probably behind like Seiko, who's won one
Ow.
major and Worlds to Atomic's 2 majors. He's probably behind who else has won a major and Worlds? I feel like I'm forgetting someone.
What, extra?
He's obviously behind Zen. I mean, Zen won a major in Worlds and who was the best player.
Oh yes. Oh, yeah, time top 3 then.
I mean,
No.
Seiko and Zen and
But I
Monkey
gotta add 21-22 because Zen joined in late. Alpha's won a major in Worlds.
I mean, Atomic's
That
up
may never
there.
sound
For,
squad.
Sweep there. Congratulations, mate.
Atomic's up there, but I don't think he's just flat out like top 2. I think
Still
Atomic's like
abandoned our
easily top
region, straight
10
up.
for Open era, and he's probably close to top 5. But is he just flat out? Yeah, he's up there with like Seiko, Monkey Moon, Zen.
Listen, no Monkey Moon. We're talking about Atomic in the
Rise.
GOAT conversation. Monkey Moon's in his way. Avoid Monkey Moon Mossy and get the job done.
I mean, Atomic's nowhere near.
Just,
Come on, Goat's a bit much. He's got a long way to go to be the Goat. Like,
I mean, yeah, he hasn't got the World Championships. Don't worry, he'll be back into another grand final this year.
Yeah, don't
He's gotta be able
forget,
to finish.
don't forget Seiko though. Yeah, Seiko is definitely, I think, number 2.
Seiko's
for
up there.
the
Seiko's up there.
Seiko's number 2 for the
Seiko's
Open
up
era for sure, behind Monkey Moon. With the winning Worlds and a Majors in 2 different teams is just too good.
He's up there.
Johnny, we
Actually,
got to do the tradition of not just best list, but you have to have the worst list vote.
Oh,
you
sorry, I'll
lost.
do that one.
Oh,
as
it's a
well.
separate thing. Oh, yeah,
just,
thanks,
just
Oh,
TJ.
wait.
Yummy, you just lost.
Isn't that the same
Yummy just
thing as
lost.
like the? Oh no, it can be different.
No,
votes.
at least
yeah,
not
that's
votes.
right. People are only allowed to vote
Nah,
their best.
nah,
You
I'm
might just have a
making it, I'm
really
making
mid list. You might just have a really mid list.
Yummy has the worst
yeah.
list by far.
See, the thing is, we're trying to win the chat votes, cool and all, but have you guys been seeing that? I don't know who has been doing it on Reddit, but somebody's been calculating post-major performances of teams and players and stats and
we go.
seeing which one of our lists was the closest. That's what we really need to be taking a look at after these majors, because
Oh my god, why did we do this vote?
Oh, wow.
I thought I had a chance.
Wow.
Oh my
That's what I'm
goodness.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Why did
Set
we
me up
do
for
a
failure.
worse list,
Yummy, I
right?
don't appreciate that. Yummy, I don't appreciate that. Listen, you know the chat. Even if I didn't have the worst list, they're still gonna vote for me regardless. And you set me up, I
You do have the
couldn't
worst
win.
list.
No, I don't have the worst
Hey,
list.
no,
Trust
but
me.
you
You've
won
got Atto
something,
15,
Bates.
you've got Drally 8, you've just got the worst like overall big blunders. I feel like. You got Magic Bear at 14 actually might be the worst of all of them.
Magic Bear at 14. Trust me. Hold on now. Feed the bear.
If
Okay, now,
James
hang
do
on.
well,
Just
he'll
first,
be
I'd like to
riding
thank
that to the bank.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, everyone, for
I'm
the,
looking at my
for
bracket.
the
I'm looking at my
win.
bracket right now.
I did say that I've done my did the research. This is the most I've ever put into the list, and then I got 51% of the vote. So thank you. It is very correct. But Bates, as we said, can you please give us your top 8 at Worlds with Wildcard and also Gen G in there? Thank you.
All right. You ready? So I got Wildcard. I got Gen G. I got GK. I got Falcons. I got Twisted Minds. I got Ultimates. I got Carmine. And I got NRG.
So you don't have Vitality. No Furia.
You don't have Vitality, Furia, what? Complexity,
Dignitas.
Twisted Minds, Dignitas.
That's
You've got one EU
oh, you had
team.
Twisted Minds.
You got one
said
EU. Is that it? No, you had GK as well, didn't you?
Yeah, 2 EU.
Yeah,
GK's in there.
Yeah, GK.
GK's
GK,
in
no
there.
Vitality.
Listen, it comes down to the matchups. Listen. GK, they ended up
Furia
playing.
not top 8 though. Come on.
Furia lost the wild card round 5. They're gonna lose. I'm losing a wild card round 5. I told you, wild card's gonna get that top 8. It's happening.
this is so bold. This is too bold.
And who's in the grand
brother.
final? Who's in the grand final for you?
Well, obviously, the team that's always in the grand final is gonna be in the grand final.
NRG, yep. Obviously.
And then there was a question between Carmine and Ultimates on the other side. Listen, I was struggling with this one for a while, but I didn't have to get to Carmine. I gave it to Carmine this time around.
Okay.
I'll
I gave it to Car-
appreciate that from you. Yeah.
I gave it to Carmine this time around. So, yeah. Why? Do you want to see my bracket? Listen, Johnny can show the bracket real fast if you want.
So you
Yeah,
have
where's your bracket?
Vitality not top 8, but you have Zen, Monkey Moon, and Exotic at 5, 11, and 17. You have GK top 8, where you have Archie at 19 as the only. Oh, and Ollie at 24.
Hold on
So
now, hold on now.
Vitality are playing
Right.
very well to not make top 8 and
Exactly,
be
but,
5,
I
11,
mean-
and 17.
Listen, they're just gonna run to the bear. Also, I got awesome. Like I said, the exotic pick was because listen, the exotic pick, I would have had him a little lower. But I was worried about the Johnny Boy propaganda. But Johnny Boy's finessed me by putting him at 25. I didn't expect that.
He got you. He got you.
He
didn't
got,
he?
he
He
got
gotcha.
me. I was worried about the Johnny Boy propaganda. I was paranoid. Now I was paranoid about the Johnny Boy propaganda with exotic. I said, I can't listen to this again.
But see, the
look
thing
at
is,
that
like,
vote, by the way.
I actually do pay attention to the results and the performances, and it influences the placements I predict players to get. But I don't just pull up and put Atomic at number 1 every time. You know, Exotic's playing like maybe the best player in the world. I take it into account. If he's looking lost on the pitch on a team that's struggling, then yeah, I'll put him in that position instead. But we'll see. I hope I'm wrong because I do like Exotic, but right now he looks like he needs to figure a lot out about how to play on this Vitality team.
I sent you my bracket.
Oh, Johnny, you'd love his
Wait, let me
bracket.
see
It's
this.
pretty much all 3 2s and 4 3s.
Is it all game 7s? Okay, hold on.
All game 7s.
This man close, man close.
Could have gone either way.
All right,
Could have
let's
gone
see.
either way.
I know I predicted Twisted Minds,
Um,
but it could have been. Wait, Twisted
You got
Minds over
7 game
Falcons.
7s.
Okay, it's kind of screen reaching a little bit wrong, but we can see the important parts. Okay, Wildcard are beating Furia in round 3 of round 5 of Swiss.
Vitality.
Genji are beating Vitality. GK are beating Dignitas again. Okay, we got Falcons, Twisted Ultimates, KC, NRG.
Wildcard
That's
beat
a
Complexity
eight.
and Furia. That's crazy. You're around 4
That was
and 5.
quality top
now.
8.
Yeah, Wildcard have gone through.
Can you go over to the main event, Johnny, and just have a look at his game 7 bonanza?
Oh my. Genji taking down GK only to lose to Ultimates who've lost to NRG, KC Twisted. Okay, it's KC, NRG. Just game 7s all around, I guess. Yeah, everybody's.
Surprised you have Twisted over Falcons, though.
Oh.
Especially given your list.
Yeah, Twisted.
Oh, no,
This
I mean,
is like a
listen.
dream major for you.
Listen, that's just
NRG in
comfortable.
7.
That's just a comfortable matchup. NRG in 7 against Carmine. My God, that'd be nuts.
Genji top 6. Like, this is just you. You dreamt this, didn't you? You just this is game
He's got
7 upper
fourth killer in
quarters,
there.
NRG ultimates, fourth killer in there. This is just a fever dream for teammates.
Listen, this is the land that people want to see. Listen, but like I said, you got a lot of game 7s. A lot of these matches, they go either way. They go either way. That's a lot of NA teams, though. That's 3 NA teams, top 8, top 6.
3 and 8, top 6.
Right.
That's Tbates
3 and
bracket.
8, 1 OC,
two Mina.
2 Mina, and
Listen, and when you look back at that, it just all makes sense. Oh man, I got hit with that. I was on in 26 seconds.
Yeah, just a baby edge. Nothing too crazy.
Baby edge.
Can you guys believe that we used to go 2 hours longer?
I think
the first one
We
when
did
we
a
went 1 by
4-hour
1.
top 25. What were we talking
No, it
about?
wasn't
Yeah,
top
I gotta go
25.
back and listen to
DJ.
that, bro.
no, it's because we
That
would
was
go
top
like, right,
20.
guys,
Top
let's.
20.
It's because we would start off and it would just reveal 25 Tbates, 25 Zen, and we'd be like, okay,
Oh,
hold
yeah.
on a minute here. You know, we
Let's talk about
we
this.
honestly couldn't make any progress because every single time somebody would drop an absolute nuke on every row. Believe it or not, this is a very agreeable episode.
I know it is. It's a pretty good episode.
Top
All right,
10
so
has
who you-
been
wait.
very close.
Yeah.
Wait, so who y'all have winning? Let me just see. So Demar, who you got
We'll
winning?
go Carmine Corp, yeah.
Okay, Yummy's got Carmine.
I would probably say Carmine too, but I have NRG very close in the final.
Man, this is interesting. Everybody keeps picking Carmine Corp to win on these lands. I haven't seen him win in a while.
I'd say yeah.
What?
Well, I mean, Drally's won the last
KC.
2, and he's 1/3 of the team. But I
True.
think yeah,
He's on-
KC,
he's been getting a couple of
KC over Falcons is my final.
I
feel
say all
like
that, and I had Carmine in the grand final.
I feel like we used to always have kind of, from top 6 or 7 onwards was kind of okay. They're like, we know who's going to be there, but kind of outside of that, it was
Yeah,
wild.
a bit
But
crazy.
looking at this now, we've sort of got like 14 locked kind of top players.
Even
there's a few outliers like
14,
your Archie
15
and their
locks.
Rise.
Yeah,
But kind of outside of that, everyone's got the same players. Like
yeah. 14,
the world
14 for me
top
is
15 's
it kicked
close.
in. I was like, okay, beast mode 14. Everything here on is just absolute killers. But yeah, lost at 15 was that was like a jump. I think jump to beast mode.
Yeah,
and then it
Lost
just,
snuck into 13, but
plateaus.
if you take him out, mine's like, top
yeah,
15
same 14
onwards as
players. Yeah, actually, no, you got LJ in there as well. Who did you omit? Atomic. Yeah, Atomic
well. Oh,
Monkey
yeah.
Moon. Atomic Monkey Moon for Lost. LJ. What's the differences between ours? Yeah, it's stacked. It's
we got a lot
super
of
stacked.
ST
It's a
players.
stacked land. That's why I try to give
It
the
is.
preface at the beginning. There's a lot of quality players you can put here. This is the best Rocket League's ever been, competition wise,
True.
and and it's gonna be a fun land to watch. It's gonna be a fun
Good
land to
teams
watch.
going 1 and 3 for sure.
You can listen. Just go, people. It's not gonna be necessarily. Their teams can make upsets. There might be teams
Look out
that are
for
better than
Bruno.
other teams. And watch out for Bruno.
Bruno.
Yeah,
Double
yeah,
B.
yeah, watch out for Bruno.
Bruno's on a
making
cook
Actually,
Blame.
did it
There
happen
is
at all?
gonna be some-
Did it happen at all in your bracket? I didn't pay attention to Bruno's shenanigans. So if you guys are wondering what we're talking about when we say that, if I scroll down here and look at the actual Swiss standings, the ones you want to pay attention to is 3, 4, and 5. Because here Falcons have got a better game score than Twisted, but Twisted get the 4th
-3
seed
Bruno score.
because Falcons' opponents just absolutely suck at Rocket League. Like these guys,
they
never
beat
played the game before.
Vitality, lost to Ultimates, beat Furia, and that's a bad score.
Yeah.
Big secret.
How is that a -3 actually? Oh, it's because you put Vitality out. So usually this would be a good win, a quality win over Vitality, but then Vitality just lose out. So this win ages terribly, whereas Twisted's win over.
Wait, he's got 15, 16.
Twisted's win over Gen G aged well because they qualified. So that's how it works. You need to look at the Buchholz score, which is calculated by combining the series win-loss of all of your opponents that you played throughout the event. And you just get situations like this. It's a pretty brutal situation though, because Falcons with that, even though they have a better game score, that's not the tiebreaker. The tiebreaker's Buchholz score. They end up in the lower bracket, whereas Twisted get a shot in uppers. And so do.
Why is everybody mad about the Secret 03? What's the
Ultimates.
Secret 03 look like in this bracket?
Complexity in the 0-2 round. That's Bruno.
Oh yeah, man. Listen. That Secret Complexity is 0-2 round. What can I say, baby? Listen, that's just a tough match. That's a tough match.
Yeah, how did that happen? So you had Chiefs beating Secret. I think it has happened before, where I think Wild or Power beat them. So Complexity lost to Gen G. But yeah, this can happen as well. So Bruno affects the round matches and also the final seeding. So you need to, if you get the difference is now, if you get an easy run through Swiss, you can't be losing at all. But if you get a tough run and you make it, you're gonna get blessed with it.
Listen,
W
it's looking
lists. We'll find out
looking
in 10 days.
I want to
Something
go
like
with the guy who
7
puts it
days.
on Reddit, like the post-major calculation to see whose list was retroactively the best after the event is always interesting. If NRG and NA in general do really well, Tbates tends to score high on those. If they, but since that hasn't happened all that much with the NA doing well part, then most of the time you don't do too great in the calculations. But we'll see. We will see. But yeah, anyone else final thoughts before we sign off?
Always a pleasure. Always have a great time. I love how it just has grown and we're so professional, and we're so much faster now, and it's just fun. It's really fun. I always do appreciate the chat. Still loving Rocket League to this day, and ideally, I mean, listen, just keep doing this for years on end, and then maybe we'll all be like 45 talking about some yap stuff, and be able to look back 20 years from now like, wow, what the heck were they yapping about? How's this game still going on?
How do you have atomic number 1?
How does he still have a time number 1 when the time is 50?
He's been retired for 15 years. How has he still got him number 1?
The topic still number 1. So yeah,
It was good. It was good to be back. Thanks for inviting me, Johnny and CJ. Your words ring true that no matter how little Rocket League I watch, I still can't make a list as bad as Tbates. So
Exactly.
thank you.
Yeah,
It's comforting, isn't it?
You're overqualified for this stream, actually, Yummy. Even if you watch half the Rocket League you currently watch. Yeah, thank you all for coming on. Everybody follow these guys on socials and check out their streams. You guys up to anything else cool that people can look at? First Touch Podcast, of course, for the boys.
FT.
OC,
Yeah, that's right,
Rocket League.
Yep.
And,
OC
we'll see Rocket League with no
Check us out.
CJ though.
Check us out.
Yeah,
Check us out,
make sure you go over to
Check us
Fortress Global to watch OCE because it is the most entertaining.
It's 100%.
region. That's where you'll see me. I'm still doing that.
yeah, Yummy's still casting Fortress Global OC. That's going to be the same stream for the next split as well, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, link will be in Wikipedia. I'm sure you guys can find it. But anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in again. Ignored all the subs, so I'm a terrible streamer, but thank you all. And we will see you, some of us will see you at the Major, and we'll be seeing you next split and on our own personal socials, etc. Oh, I just realized when I transitioned to this scene, the Discord's muted. I don't know if Discord's gonna. No, it's not. All right, see you guys. I'm gonna bring us back. Everybody say bye.
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 Everybody's muted. All right, see you guys.
Awesome.